Alright. Let's get into it. There you are.
Stop.
Johnny!
It's dude.
Alright, do I have a water? Because I have a feeling I'm going to be talking a lot as John today.
Yeah, I was gonna say. It's good to have water.
Yeah. Are you going to turn into her?
Yeah, I should.
I'm also looking forward to when John goes to the handoff just so he can see you.
Yeah, it's really funny how much John, like, overestimates everything. It's just really funny.
He's paranoid by nature, and then
I know.
what's worse is that it's like it's Saga-induced paranoia, basically.
Yeah.
But
it's also funny, too.
Because his dad is Saga, it's just like he is fucking, the magic's even worse.
Yeah.
So he's just constantly at like a 9 and sometimes raises to an 11.
But like Blanche is like similar in mentality and viewpoints as John is. The only opposite I would say between these two characters is that while you're like, well, John is a paranoid, like cautious motherfucker, Blanche is a very big risk taker.
Yeah, John tries to minimize all risks as possible, and his powers reflect that.
Yeah, they will get addicted to adrenaline a lot.
And John's just like, I just want to make it like
Should
2 more weeks.
Should I put the mask on now, or?
You should probably put the mask on now. I imagine, I was planning to just start at the main entrance. So I'm going to go grab a water, but then probably walk through the main entrance and then be like, everyone, this is Nightshade. All right, be nice to them.
Look, I got a kid. Hey, look, I got a kid.
Yeah.
So I got a kid.
So everyone,
That sounds-
there is a child. Hold on, let me get a water.
So I found this child. I found this lost child.
Sort of. I was tasked to babysit this lost child. Except not really. I wasn't even really supposed to do that. They're just following me, and I don't know. The people I went to kind of said that, oh yeah, we're just gonna like hand her off across the country. And John was like, you know, that raises a couple flags, first of all.
Yeah, I know.
I'm no parent, but what the fuck?
It's
Someone shows up with an interest and too much knowledge, and you don't know who they are, and you go, yeah, sure, we'll help you. That feels like what I do to people.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm just sitting here just like, I can't tell him everything, because technically, realistically, she's not there to explain everything proper.
Yeah, I'm getting it secondhand through someone's faded memories.
Yeah,
Which
exactly.
is so there's a lot of, one thing I like about John is as strong as he is, there are very distinct limitations which nerf him.
Nice.
One of them being narrator is only as useful as John's understanding of what's going on.
Uh-huh.
If John doesn't know what's going on, he could use narrator to just completely fuck up something, thinking that he was doing the right action, or it might not make sense and it'll blow back.
I had pointed out on multiple occasions where I have been a low-key, like, I didn't expect it to happen, but a low-key part of me was also just like, I can't wait for there to be any possibility for this NPC to meet John, because, like, I feel like it could go 2 ways. They could either really hate each other, or they could end up being really good friends.
Yeah, hold on, let me get some water first.
Yeah, you do that. You do that. Actually, I'm gonna just take a drink too. Can.
That reminds me. John would have given, he would have casually mentioned on, like, the way here of the ground rules of don't tell people your name, don't give them personally identifying information about you. You can talk about yourself as long as they don't know who, they can't figure out who you are. Feel free to talk about whatever you want in your life. Which, considering where you come from, he would also mention that maybe don't be super open with the whole mass thing. But you can tell people that you're Wolfsbane.
John would mention that.
Yeah, you can tell people you're Wolfsbane's sister.
Sister, yeah.
Which he's going to introduce you as that anyway.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. That's probably a good thing, because if anyone asks, she probably will tell without someone's telling me to do something. I should tell them. Kind of shit.
Yeah. What the fuck? Why is Millie
Alright.
on the ground?
What? Why is Millie dead? Millie, you were in there a second ago.
What happened to you? What happened to you?
Laying here.
Oh, fair enough.
Is that
You were in there a second ago. What happened?
It was. I got up because I needed to lay down because I'm so... I could not, like, stand anymore, and I just needed to lay down. I'm so tired.
Dude,
I'm just so fucking tired.
You need to,
I was tired
you
before
need to
I got into VR,
fucking
and
down
then I
a
got into
pre-workout.
VR, and then I ate a big ass... Possibly.
Get some pre-workout and get back in, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, hey Songbird, I found this lost child. They're coming in.
most suspicious
Wait,
thing.
how actually old is Nightshade? Aren't you like?
So she is technically supposed to be around 17, but with, blood being taken and all that, she looks around like 16 or so. I mean, obviously age regression, but
Oh yeah. Also,
she looks like a teenager.
Halfway on the way here, John would have turned around, taken a single look at her, walked into like a grocery store, came out with iron supplements, and just thrown it to her. Just, you have anemia.
What?
You have anemia. Follow the instructions on it.
Oh my god! Follow the instructions on it.
Yeah.
Did she even read? Actually, I did not figure that.
Please tell me you can read.
No, she probably should. I'm just gonna make it easy for me.
Just say, please tell me. Although, what's a fun thing you can do is you can keep people from figuring out your backstory, but you can constantly play with the fact of, what's that? What is that? What is that? What is that? And just not know what anything is.
That's definitely something you can do.
Alright. Hold on. What music do I want for this? What's my mood?
So, hey.
John brings in a lost child.
Oh boy. To be honest, I don't know how long I'm gonna be here for, but...
I'm listening to the fucking Off soundtrack.
Very, very fun. Today's gonna be a very fun day. Oh my god.
I have other pieces to go to today, sadly, so that's why I'm like, I don't know how long I'm gonna be here for.
You hate us.
No, I don't.
Oh wait, he's gone. Fuck.
You ready?
Yes. My ADHD. Sorry.
Let me just go back in real quick so that I'm not arriving back with you guys.
Go in there. We'll wait like 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
I can go in, give me like 2 or 3 seconds, and then you can follow.
Cool. Alright, sounds good.
Yeah. Nightshade. We'll deal with the rest of it when we get there. Like, if someone asks, are you a homebody? Probably. Only just got here.
I like how you're just deciding to sign her up. She's not gonna appear again.
You just need to be around for a while. You don't need to do anything. You're not going on any missions. You have no responsibilities.
Responsibilities.
No one knows
AKA,
who you
let
are.
me handle it. You're...
Alright. Originally I showed you the outside of the building, but this is the inside proper. There they all are.
Hi, John.
Hey everyone!
Hi, random person.
Hello, John.
Hey, John.
Everyone meet Nightshade, Wolfsbane's sister.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
They'll be here for a couple days. Finding a better
All right.
living situation.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Oh, also in case you didn't see the text, Wolfsbane's gone for a bit.
Yeah, I saw.
No, I mean, all of it's just kind of related to the mass missions, and that's pretty much it.
Has there been any useful information gathered?
Well, we know,
What was that?
'cause
You're
it's
handling that,
someone, Zoltan
Yeah,
doing the
I'm handling all of the finer details.
lots of people.
Ah, wonderful. They're portaling people en masse. Okay, cool.
And we got trackers on, I think, one of the people from mass. That's what.
Okay. Wouldn't exactly say the information is worth for our members, but and still need something.
You know.
I'd say overall, as it currently stands, we've lost more than we've gained.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's what it's sounding like.
You want coffee?
Okay, right. So also, I only got told that he's gone. Do we know why Miles not here? All I know is we finished up our job and we got contacted by his daughter. Hey, it's bad. We need Glimmer to return to go help the security at the base. And the TLDR of mass missions are trying again and Miles gone.
I don't know where he is either.
No one. Okay, cool.
Best theory is that he
I
got
think
in
he's just-
trouble for some reason.
Yeah, all the accounts that was that he was busy.
I would say he's busy is a pretty
Basically.
good summary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other good news? Or is there any good news at all? I've been out of the loop for a while, so tell me at least something's going right at things.
We got rid of that like drug thingy with the Lotus.
Yep. The Lotus operation in Waterside is done, which was a multi-stage operation with several different heads. They had full production, distribution, networks of runners. Oh, that's gone now. We got rid of that. So,
Okay.
That's a
Also,
win.
Human trafficking.
That's typical.
however, all of this started with mass is because of, they originally took some.
Right, and they're using portals to take people?
Yes. It's a favorite of theirs.
Great. Which also means they have a reef on standby. So,
Several, actually.
right. Okay. Is there a particular thing that started this, or has it just been out of the blue they started kidnapping our members again? At least in increased amounts.
As far as we know, we haven't been involved in anything to incite them. We're still not actually fully sure about why they took the first one that they did.
Yeah. The first one was before we even started doing mass missions.
Well, the first one is why we even started having an eye on them
It's
and
when
wanting
it started, yeah.
get them out of the way.
Yeah, because as far as I remembered, after the shit Move did with the old CEO, they had stopped fucking with us for a while, so...
Yes, however, it seems that with their new CEO, they started up everything that they were doing before and then some.
Great.
It's only just now coming to us. It actually looks like it's been continuing ever since... Well, ever since
I
that whole
don't
mess
assume as
stopped.
much, but obviously wouldn't have heard about it if we haven't been doing anything mass related.
Excuse me for a second.
So, okay. You're the only one that actually sounds, well up to date about this. What's the game plan?
Current game plan is that we're gathering information, and the way things are heading, it might end up the same way the first time this happened did. Right now, we're trying to
Going
get a
kill the
good
CEO?
idea. Most likely. Right now, we're currently trying to get more information, find out where they're keeping our members, get them back, and that will most likely involve a full-out assault. In that full-out assault, things are probably going to get a little bloody.
That probably isn't gonna work.
I imagined if we managed to get our members back and out, good portion of us will probably let it die there instead of trying to take down the entirety of the company as a whole. But I doubt they're going to go without a fight, and we're not going to have a smooth operation in getting them out, so it's going to end up in a full-out assault anyway.
Knowing the boss and knowing mass, generally speaking, it's probably gonna end out in full-out assault, at least killing the CEO, because obviously last time it happened was the hope of destroy mass, it's done. But obviously, well, if they're coming back and they're still coming at us, then clearly more things have to be destroyed so they can't come back at us.
Flying lessons are done.
Ah. But yeah, that is most likely how this is going to end. Same way as it did before. Currently, we're in the beginning stages in that we don't know enough to stage a full-out assault that wouldn't immediately lose.
Yeah, makes
We're just trying to stack things in our favor for when it comes. Unfortunately, there are now several time limits in place, and they're all being kept in various places.
Go figure. Alright. So, who exactly have they kidnapped? I know they only kidnapped 3 people. I haven't heard from them exactly who.
Currently, Mass has Bloodhound, Firefist, and Wolfsbane.
Okay. Oh.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, things aren't looking really good right now.
One of those names I don't recognize, but I recognize the other 2, and... well, especially the fact that they kidnapped the Mayo this time.
Which one don't you recognize?
Bloodhound.
Used to work under Songbird.
They were the first one. They were how this all started. Still don't know what
Right.
exactly made them so tempting that they took them the way they did. That we haven't figured out yet.
So how do they take them? Tell me that.
Well, from what it sounds like, they took them using a Reeve portal in the middle of the day. In
So
public.
just broad daylight kidnapping.
We were on mission trying to get information and take out a target, and the report was that we saw a portal similar to Whispers. He was taken through it, it closed, and we didn't have the chance to get confirmation on if Whisper was the one that did it or not until after we were out of the hostile scenario.
So on a... If I understand this correctly, on a completely unrelated mission, they grabbed one of your members just in the middle of it, using Whisper's
Correct.
portal.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
to
before you
clarify
ask-
for you, he was Orion Zoltia, G.
And also before you ask, yes, I confirmed it wasn't Whisper.
I figured it wasn't, considering the fact that it's Mass doing it, and it... Whisper's portal, not that surprised to be honest. Although it's a little odd that shows that of all things. Besides maybe sending a message, but I don't know what message they'd be trying to send.
I think it has half to do with sending a message, half because of convenience, and half because of the fact that Bloodhound would recognize it and not grow alarmed.
Probably all 3 of that. Okay.
I just said 3 halves.
You're going to need some countermeasures to portals if you're going to go on any further missions, because, well, letting them keep grabbing people through portals and during a mission in broad daylight is, well, going to whittle down the teams eventually.
So far we have confirmation that's how they've gotten 2 of the 3.
Speaking of Whisper, have you seen him today?
Haven't, no.
Well, as far as I'm aware,
I gotta talk to him.
they would have to have a Reeve on standby, or at least a Reeve surveying the situation, to be able to open up the portals to grab them then and there. Meaning, if you can get a way to stop them from observing the location, probably from afar, you'd be able to stop them from opening up portals on you. Because once you're in that building, there's basically not much we can do. So, it's better to stop them from even getting them in the building in the first place.
No, that's pretty solid logic.
The only issue I feel like I can think of that could stop someone from opening up portals is a Melusi. And to stop them from looking, not sure. That would probably have to be some kind of Oluor. I'm not entirely aware of any GE that could stop someone from looking in.
That could be done just from obscuring vision. That could be done through conventional means.
True, but we
Smoke
don't know how
grenades.
they're looking in. It could be something like Whisper. It could be they're observing from afar. It could be something else we don't know.
Good counter. I still
issue
think
would
we
have to be
should look
figuring
into
out
both
how-
conventional.
Looking.
At least blocking them from being able to look in from afar, visually, just using their eyes. Obscure their
Yeah.
vision. If they're using some sort of ability to look in, that'll be harder to counter.
However, do also keep in mind we have to assume they have eyes on us when we're outside this building 24/7. Meaning, keeping us obscured from getting portaled, while also being able to actually function with that obscured vision is probably going to be harder than not. I'm assuming, but I'm gonna make sure the mission that Bloodhound, whatever, got kidnapped on that wasn't at all mass related, no mass employees as far as we're aware.
No, we weren't doing anything mass related until after Bloodhound.
Okay, so we just have to assume they can just get us anytime we're outside the building.
Safe assumption, yeah.
Spooky.
Meaning that's a lot harder to counter and deal with than it's just with mass workers.
So, what are you guys trying to do exactly?
I will also point out, I don't actually believe, especially starting with Bloodhound, that they were targeting them because of their relation to Vitali. I think it was due to their GE. I still don't think that might change now and recently. Now that they know that we're moving against them, they might target us specifically. But it wasn't a thing before.
But if they grabbed them while we're on the middle of a mission, they would have had all their Vitali insignia and mask on them, they not?
Yes, but I don't believe that that connection was the reason why, is what I'm saying.
Happy accident is what you're proposing.
I think they saw an opportunity.
Also, we're talking about the mass missions, because I only got told that they were happening again. I had no details on what was actually going on.
Fuck.
Speaking
I can try to fill
of...
you in later.
Oh yes, I will be talking to you, because I need to know why Midas decided to stop doing that.
Alright. It was... I'll tell you later.
Later. Well, let's see. When have the other two been kidnapped? Under what context were they kidnapped?
Fire Fist, the second one, kidnapped during a mission. I believe while fighting one of the targets, in Oasis, they were kicked through a portal that was suddenly opened behind them.
Okay.
Where it went exactly, not sure about that. However, we do know about where he ended up when we checked the tracker that was on him, which, mass building.
Yeah,
What floor?
I'll take care.
Where were they?
As far as we can tell,
Security department.
also top down, not altitude.
Yeah.
Fuck. That's probably what they were doing then. That's smart.
Okay.
We also have confirmation, or at least a pretty good guess, that they took off Fire Fist's mask.
Well, go figure, but...
Why's that?
There was a mark on the inside that became inactive, which only came from... You would only know it was there if you took off the mask.
It also makes sense if during processing they were taken off it by tally things. Not surprised.
Welcome back, Songbird.
As for the details of Wolfsbane, Actually, not fully sure.
Isn't
Right,
she
okay.
a Dave?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw her similar Dave without her mastery, so...
It's a bit of an odd situation, but pretty sure they're with Mass. Not under their own volition.
Is that related to...
Their sister.
I guess here would probably be one of the safest places to bring them.
Yeah.
At least, I've heard of a couple stories of people that actually drop their babies off here.
Was it November, like one of those?
Yeah, that's why her name's November.
Yeah.
This is the first I'm hearing of this.
It's
People drop
not
kids
really...
here?
Well, when somebody doesn't really have the ability to care for a child, they drop them here so then they can be looked after.
We're a vigilante
They know we're not
organization. Why are they-
firefighters, right?
Yeah, we're not firefighters. We're vigilantes.
The thing is, though, people in Southern trust us more than they trust the actual police, so we're the closest equivalent.
Maybe they trust us to make them into Robin.
Maybe.
I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't exactly trust the adoption centers in Southern either, so...
Ha! No.
Mm-mm. I don't know what they do over there.
Fuck off.
Nothing good, probably. Yeah, I can ask Tony about that.
He has done a couple of busts on this place, hasn't he?
Probably.
Talking about that stuff.
Why did
I
everybody
mean, you're a
get quiet
team
when you said
captain if you would like to join on the conversation, Songbird.
Truthfully, I got nothing to add.
It's funny you say that, Scared. John does love messing with perception. The only way you can interpret the world.
Is the most frustrating thing to me.
That's why it's the first thing we're trying to rectify. Can't make any moves if we don't know what's happening.
The second I got back.
Whatever it is, their motives are changing from when we went there. At least, their mode of action.
Yeah.
I guess it's because they're under new management. At least their old CEO was far more, loud with what he did.
They also most likely have a different objective than what they did before.
Probably.
Most likely same vein.
Subtle, which is an issue.
Yes, they are.
Okay. So what are some of the plans to rectify this lack of information?
That's more of a captain question.
Well, I was hoping there'd be something
Plus the
devised.
co-captain.
I mean, I'm personally working with fellow hacktivists to try and see if I can get anything on Mass's systems. That's a work in progress, though.
We got those
I know my original methods don't really work that much anymore.
pulling their
I've
data,
tried
so it's
hacking
not
into
gonna
them,
be
and nothing.
Anything besides trackers?
Well, you're not gonna get
Good
anything
idea,
done
but
if you don't have a solid
layout,
back door.
places where they treat
Their
them,
actual
things
outer,
that.
like, firewalls are significantly
Besides that-
better than most other companies.
Oh, really?
You need someone to get in with the actual prowess to install it. That also has the way to carry themselves.
Okay. Well, this is at least my suggestion. But... what information do we have on the building currently? This is also what you, Mona.
On the building itself?
Yes.
Well, judging from the outside, it's around 15 floors high. It has a lot of security cameras nearly everywhere. There's
access
keycard
them.
access for certain of the doctor-only areas. I know the first, I think, 4 to 5 floors are for patients only, and everything above that is more research-based. But there's a front entrance, and then there's a back entrance. The back entrance is more so for patients, for emergencies, and the front entrance is for doctors and everybody else. There's a parking garage underneath it that could be used for doctors and patients, but it's recommended that the doctors use it. We got in through the back entrance when we went there first, but it didn't really end up too well for us the first couple of times. They tend to adapt really quickly. If we manage to get in there one way, they're probably going to fix it up by the time that we try it again. So if we have a foolproof method, we need to keep it to ourselves until
I was about
we
to
try
say,
it.
if we figure out a way of getting in, we have to make sure they don't know that we can consistently get into the building.
I mean, I don't...
My rough idea, I'm just
anybody's
going to
gonna
throw
know.
this out here. I'm not your captain, but at least something I would think of is we have some reeves here. It might not be a bad idea to, if possible, get one of the outside guards, take their clothes, and then have a reeve illusion someone to look like them. That
But
will
a
at
reeve
least
portal
get...
can't change.
Not a reeve portal, no. Just illusion the person to look like whatever the person they knocked out. Take their clothes, take their ID, make them look like that person.
And
at
if there's
least
any
make...
Daves around? I'm pretty sure one of
How
their
many-
doctors is a Dave with
How
mastery.
many Daves do mass hire? This is your thing, not mine.
I remember one doctor immediately, but I don't know if he still works there.
Well, that's a doctor. If none of the security are Daves, possible we could at least get some security information from them.
From what I've remembered, most of the securities are Blazes or Ords, but I think they've been hiring more Thoracics and Idonas for their charm speak.
Still, I'm not hearing Daves, meaning it might be possible to get someone into their security office, get information from it, and get out.
I have a theory as to
Gizmo.
why Daves aren't being hired.
Hey, grab you
What's
first.
that?
Go on.
Well, you can't, use anything on them.
True, you can.
They can't be charmed into doing anything. They can't be manipulated into
yo.
doing
Hey, grab
anything.
you for a second.
Their magic will just bounce right off.
They're as big of a use as there are a liability.
They need to be really, really close with whatever they're working with in order to get away with it.
Meaning, more than likely none of security are Daves.
No.
Meaning it might be possible to actually get someone into security and at least get a download of their records, files, whatever, something.
Hmm.
I'm not entirely sure how much useful information security might have, but security might open up information to vulnerabilities and weak points in the building. It's security information after all.
The only way Midas and I actually ended up getting into the building for the first place is because we got kidnapped by them.
I personally think that's too risky to have anyone get kidnapped.
It's the easiest way. It's the easiest way to get inside, but it also has the highest chance of failure because it lets them stack everything from the environment to
You're on
everyone around us.
When we were taking in, they took away everything. They took away my mask. They took away Midas's arm. They took away all of our personal belongings, our phone, our wallets, our money. We weren't able to get it back until the big one in February.
Mm-hmm.
At least that was searching through rubble to find my wallet. Took about a week, but I found it. They try to confiscate as much as they can so that we don't have a way to contact the outside world. Because again, with updating technology, at least for magical users, portals are a huge liability now. I mean, you're able to portal anywhere that you remember the location of, right?
Yeah.
If they have a video or an image of what the inside looks like, you could potentially portal there, and they probably know that already and are changing up the inside constantly. At least I doubt what the place looked like when I was there is going to look anything like how it looks now.
Yeah, considering they rebuilt the building, yeah.
They wouldn't use the same plans, would they?
No, they wouldn't. If I had to guess, if anything, probably the biggest way they were trying
That's
to
fine.
make it
I have memories of some of the floor
resistant
plans.
to reef portaling is probably places they don't want reefs portaling into. Probably are meant to look as indistinct as possible from each other, meaning you can't get a sense of where you are in the building, nor a proper sense of where to teleport.
Like a maze?
Sort of. If all the rooms look like some of the same shit as you're walking through the hall, you're not going to be able to really tell where you are.
That's fair.
That makes getting in and getting out harder. That actually brings up a good point. If we get security info, we might actually be able to get the floor plan of Mass.
That's
Who
the
would we
ideal
send in?
objective.
I don't think we'd be able to map it out that quickly.
I'm not sending
unless...
Glimmer in, but I will point out our team specializes in infiltration of this type of thing. If anyone needs any advice, Glimmer's door is open.
Do you think you can get Diner for that? Robots can't forget, can they?
When it
I
comes
guess
to
we could
memorizing a layout,
I guess we could get
Barons.
Diner, but...
I don't think the other members would be good for that, though. They're a bit, loud. Pardon my
Yeah.
Well,
French.
No.
when it comes to memorizing the layout of places, Barons.
That's when we
Barons are
send Diner.
sagas. But
Hi.
If we were
I'm also
to-
Baron.
I guess
If we were to
that's-
do anything like breaking in, I don't think it would be a good idea to grab just a singular team, build a specific specialized group for it.
No, I'm not saying that it should be. If anything, I'm proposing one man go in, try to get information from the security department, get out. Preferably without them knowing we were even there.
And especially not right now.
Oh, yeah,
They're
no,
currently
We need to loot.
they're currently up in arms about. I don't know if you saw the damage to the outside of the building.
Did something
No,
else
I
happen?
haven't. I've just got back.
There's a lot of
Something
damage to
on
their
the
third
news.
floor.
Yeah, probably best not to infiltrate while they're swarming then.
definitely not.
They're on high alert.
No.
But
Let
I
it
can
breathe for
talk
a
with
few
Diner and
weeks.
see if at least he's okay with helping. If anything, he should also be good at going through any other security information.
Right. Either that or the Farron who made him.
I think, I'm gonna be honest, I'd rather Diner go through it than him. Simply because Diner's a robot, kind of his thing to go through that.
Yeah. Has Waterside been changing at all?
Not too much, a lot of the same old. We were undercover in a gang for a while, so we saw more of the seedy undersides of it, but... it hasn't changed too much, at least in the year.
Guess that's fair. At least when I talked to Ace about it, he said that it was just the same 5 songs playing every single mission.
He would fucking say that.
Well, that's leaving out the Shakespearean speak from all of it.
It hasn't been too much eventful, but we did get a lot of useful information on Waterside and we busted that gang, so... I know the others are meant to be coming in with the bodies, tonight, I believe, for processing. But obviously I was requested to come in first because Mayo, so...
Right.
Okay. So I heard there's something about a drug operation that you busted. Anything useful come out of that, or is it just kind of a gang bust?
More of a thing of the past now. I wouldn't say there's a lot of useful ending knowledge, except for that we created that gap. Hopefully nothing comes to fill it.
Well, that's always the fear when you take down a big gang, as a rival gang will take their place.
Outside of performance equipment, not too much.
Basically, yeah. I'd say other than finding out the actual composition and production of Lotus, not a lot of lasting knowledge that's super useful now.
Go figure.
If we see Lotus again, we know what makes it up.
Make a
say again?
If we see Lotus again, we know what makes it.
Right. Although, again, presumably seeing it again is probably a bad sign, considering we just said we hoped another gang doesn't fill the void.
That, and we are not certain about how many actually know how to produce Lotus.
What even is it?
Drug that includes a lot of Dream Realm plants. It's very... You need a lot of components in order to make it, and then you need to do a lot to even produce it. I'd say it's very rare that someone would even know how to make it.
It needs a sophisticated operation to actually do it.
Yep.
That saves that, I guess.
Well, at least it's some good news, because I've been hearing a lot of, well, nothing but good news, honestly.
I'd say things look pretty down right now, yeah. But, still just gathering information. Can't exactly do much right now with how little we know.
Of course.
Which really, yeah, we really just need... The breakthrough to this would be to find somehow to actually successfully infiltrate. Even just to map out their entire building. Especially now that they've rebuilt it since you've been in there.
Right. I mean, they mostly have all the same doctors, I think. At least I know all the heads are the same.
If they outsource their construction, it might be worth looking into the company, see if they have blueprints that can be stolen.
That's also why I'm saying probably security department information would be our best easy bet of some information at the moment.
Their information department?
I mean security. There's information on security. The security would have to probably have at least a rough floor map of the building.
Probably.
The ideal point that we could get is to a server room somewhere in the building.
No, you're probably gonna be higher up if I had to take a guess, so...
No, you're more than likely correct, yes.
Yeah.
Knowing those bastards too, it's not gonna be just on the top floor, it's gonna be in some, like, middle floor in, like, the 12th or something, so that it's impossible for us to actually just eyeball it and guess what room might actually have the servers.
Yeah.
Alongside, if we're doing anything like that, probably best to disable the camera system beforehand. At least getting higher up in the building.
Problem is disabling the camera
I
system.
remember the schedules of a couple of them, but they might have changed by then.
It's been so many years since the sailor schedules are the same.
It's a good ballpark guess to go off of.
Get the information, but take it with a grain of salt.
It's better than nothing.
I'll have to sneak into the move group again and try to get it there, because I think the files are where Midas left them last time. I don't want Midas knowing about any of this.
Why?
Have you seen how he reacts every time mass missions get brought up now?
Not more recently, no. I know he doesn't like them, but I didn't expect him to just full on say Move's not doing it anymore.
It was a lot of back and forth. Ultimately, it was his decision at the end of the day. We experienced nearly a full team wipe multiple times. Vulture almost died, and he had a whole freak out over that. So he ended up, canceling us out of it because he didn't really want to risk that damage happening to us again. But out of anybody, I think he knows the most about it, because I think his brother works there.
I'm gonna hold my comment on him then offloading the burden to a bunch of teams with newer recruits and newer members.
Do you need me to get him?
No, you don't need me to get him. He is a professional. However, I understand his concerns about your team, but then offloading the human sacrifice to other people isn't exactly the most professional of a decision.
I don't really know what his motives are anymore. I just stopped asking.
I'm sure he has a good reason. But I'll speak to him myself.
Right. I'll let him know that you're looking for him.
I'm sure he'll come find me anyway. It's been a while.
I feel like just hearing that you're working here again on this schedule will be enough to send him.
Did not think coming back would be mass stuff already when I just get back here, but here we are.
Also most likely going to be the foreseeable future.
Probably. It sounds like your investigation just started, so, yeah.
Has this been the main topic of discussion amongst everybody, or is it just you guys?
Today or recently?
Recently?
I wouldn't say for everyone, but we are all parts of the teams that were dissolved into companies to go deal with mass. We're not actually in teams. Teams were half dissolved, sort of, to be made into larger companies to go do missions.
There are more
Also
people
probably quite a bit.
problem.
Yeah,
and you're gonna
exactly
hear it
that.
a lot from any of the people that were Ether, Lucid, or Headliners because one of each got taken.
Great, so all the teams also have a vendetta and a grudge.
Especially
Not
because
necessarily that's a bad thing, but...
Wolfsbane was the co-captain.
Wasn't... Oh. Did they know your team makeup? Because that's a really weird coincidence having one member from each team getting taken.
I'm not sure, however. We can also rightfully assume that they know not everything, but some of the things that Bloodhound knows, that Firefist knows, and now Wolfsbane knows.
I'd say that prior to Firefist being taken, I'd say Firefist might be a coincidence. Wolfsbane is where it gets kind of muddy of it being a coincidence or intentional.
I would say they would have information from Bloodhound and Firefist, but Wolfsbane not as much. She's a Dave. Any information they want, they're gonna have to force out of her.
It's true.
I'm also pretty sure the Firefist one wasn't exactly planned. That was more of a self-defense. In the middle of a fight.
Disagree. If apparently they got kicked by a damn Oasis through a portal, that sounds more like it was at least semi-planned.
For a team that they didn't know was coming?
How did an Oasis overpower Firefist?
Skill swap with Parasite.
With Parasite?
Yeah, there was... Even if we were there to try to stop it, there was nothing we could have done.
Who let Parasite on a mission?
Who's Parasite?
Remember Captivator's kid?
Ooh. Why the fuck?
Yeah, and to answer... Technically all three of the captains, though Whisper was the one heading our company at the time. Captivator was on standby.
I mean, I guess I can see why they put them on a mass mission, but...
I both understand it and I experienced why it was a bad idea, so... We'd just have to be more thoughtful in the future if they decide to again.
Are you sure if it's a good idea putting those eyes on those
Not
missions?
really, to be totally honest. I think it's probably a bad idea, but at the same time,
Oh, it's a
they need all the
gigantic risk
resources they
that
can
Amanda
get,
is
so-
currently right here,
I guess.
curing all this, but
Not the worst idea to use them. Although, obviously getting the strength taken from them is pretty catastrophically bad.
Can't he? Couldn't he
Yeah, it
undone
fucked
it?
with them a good bit.
To
I
be
guess
fair,
when you're in a combat
I
situation,
gotta
you wouldn't
say,
really
he probably
think of
wouldn't.
that,
He
would you?
probably wouldn't have realized that that they had the strength skill swap. He probably thought they were regular oysters he could overpower.
when I say I think Fire Fist was a response, I mean I don't think Fire Fist was targeted specifically. I think that was more of a response to being attacked and having an opportunity.
Right.
I'd agree there then.
There's no way they could have planned to be able to get Fire Fist in that position and have a portal ready.
Actually, do you want me to tell Midas that you're looking for him at some point?
Sure. Might as well get this
Right.
talk with him over with.
Oh. Do you want me to bring him down here now?
No,
or
you don't need to bring him
later?
down. Just whenever he's around.
This is
come
a
down.
gigantic risk to
Oh.
basically have a random
And if you
here.
guys need me, I'm in the move room. I'll hang out with him probably.
However, I don't want to kick Rinov out of RP, so I'm just willing to take that risk.
I'll see you guys.
Damn.
Damn.
Nope, can't mind wipe her. She's a Dave.
What are you saying, damn?
It's you know, it's a kind of a rough situation. We're kind of powerless. Everything sucks. We're all gonna die, etc.
Now you're just being depressing.
Is that what you should be saying as their captain, Songbird?
I'm not the captain right now. I'm just here for my 9 to 5.
You are their captain, Songbird. Whether or not you think you are when you are at Vitali, when you are using the name Songbird, you are the captain of Ether. You should know this by now. Why are you... Okay. And basically saying to a bunch of your fellow co-workers, as their leader, that everything's hopeless and we're all going to die, is not something you should be doing.
Sorry.
Don't apologize to me. Just don't do it.
I won't let that happen again. Oh, there he is.
Especially because it's wrong, too. We actually have a high chance of getting them all out. It's just a matter of finding a better plan.
Yeah. I'm gonna go check on him. I haven't seen Whisper in a while.
We already successfully did an assault before.
Successful. I mean,
Sorry if my wings are brushing up against you.
You're fine. I chose to lay here.
you're right. You're right. You won't be so pessimistic about it. We've got options. We've got avenues.
Yeah.
I mean, weren't you aware?
Too many things to think about when it comes to this.
There's a lot to plan for. That's more of the job
Songbird.
of...
Mm-hmm.
Don't beat yourself up too much about it.
I'll try this. Not mine.
Shit's fucked.
Yeah, a little bit.
I was asking them
But I've
about
been
what's been
advised to
happening
not
since
say
I
as
was
much out
gone
loud.
and trying to help them with planning on mass.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to leave or something?
I think he wanted to catch up with you for a second. Anyways,
No, it's fine. They're your
I was gonna
captain.
grab him
You're on the
really
clock.
quick
You
anyways.
need them, you need them.
No, it's fine. Take a minute. I'm gonna grab her to talk to him.
Me too.
Stand out of your way.
You talk to him for a minute.
Well, how are things been going for you then, Whisper?
Fucking dreadful.
I'm assuming it's the mask stuff.
I mean, I got some external help for something recently, but aside from that, we haven't really been getting anywhere past our dead ends.
Yeah, I kinda gathered as much from Songbird, although she didn't really have anything useful to say to begin with, so kinda hard to tell on that.
Although actually, I do have a little bit of a tidbit to let you know about.
Oh?
It's something we need to talk about now. We don't need to leave, but like going over there, maybe I don't really know how confidential this information is.
I have no idea. You're the one saying it. But I'll take your word for it, so we don't need to go too far.
Just over here, just out of your shop. It won't take too long, it'll be like another...
Why are you uncovered? Sorry, so I can't.
Yeah, it's all doom and gloom today, huh?
Well, how's everyone's days been?
Tired.
Oh yeah, good so far,
Alright.
I suppose.
Aside from not making much progress, I'm doing fine.
That's how it goes.
I'll have a breakthrough eventually.
Eventually.
It's only a matter of time before one idiot leaves a vulnerability in the system.
And there's always at least one idiot in every group.
Exactly.
It just
And
takes a
group
little
as
bit
big
longer
as
for them
mass?
to make a mistake.
The problem is they're far more vigilant.
For this. Yeah.
Our earlier
Group as big as
success,
mass, it can be hard to keep track of every idiot.
there's that, but there's also the fact because of our earlier success where we made things harder for ourselves on the second run around.
Yeah.
I haven't met many. I've scoured pretty much the entire city, didn't find many, or at least any obvious mass members, except really one, in any of the clubs and bars.
Someone will slip up eventually. It's just a waiting game.
But there is a point to the fact that we do need to actually set up like a full infiltration, because the information's not going to come to us naturally. They've been very good at not leaving many vulnerabilities. But there's also something to be said that aggression is going to be responded with aggression. The more we aggressively try to find more information, assault them, the more of a priority we become.
True.
In terms of most things, manpower, resources, information, I'd say they're very firmly have an advantage over us. Which means about the only things we can do to really win is to be resourceful, clever, and unpredictable.
I can do that.
Well, that's more to just everyone that's in part of this.
No, yeah, but yeah, I'm just confirming I'm good on that part. Welcome back.
Don't stay there for too long. John, can I speak with you?
Sure can. Oh, also, Whisper. Wolfsbane's sister. Nightshade.
Like, abs-
Did you want a specific status update?
Not too much. Just Whisper told me about your little expedition, so that explains the third floor thing. And Sting. They told me to ask you more about the Sting thing.
The current CEO of Mass previously was under the was under the previous CEO, like directly under. Has access to basically everything that he ever wrote down, everything he was ever doing or a part of. So, at least what I personally think is that he basically picked up the mantle the second it was rebuilt.
Not that. Whisper mentioned apparently he's found Whisper, and he has his influence on him again. Something about blood. And apparently you helped him out with.
Yes. The, was a bit of an odd situation, but for how that actually went down is that Whisper's body basically started to open a portal by itself.
Okay. Definitely happened. So presumably some kind of influence from Sting to get him to try and open them.
Yes, I'm not sure where it led to. A good counter I was able to find is that I simply reset them.
Reset?
The saga thing.
Right.
It was the one thing I could keep them from actually being able to do the finger motion.
Makes sense. I'm assuming after a bit they gave up on trying to do it, or...
That's what I think happened. We were locked in a stalemate, basically. I wasn't exactly sure what was happening or what I could do to really fight it. Any more effective than what I was already doing, and it was quick enough that I basically had to keep doing it. Eventually, I think they gave up, got distracted, or... I don't know. Ran out of the ability to.
The real concerning question is, how often can they do this?
That's a good one. I don't know from where. There was no one around us when this happened.
Okay.
So, I'm not certain from where they were actually doing this. What the distance is, what their limits are, how many times can they do it? Is it only when Whisper enters a certain range?
Whisper mentioned something about only after they realized it was him, or shit like that. Something about his portal.
Which, that makes me think that it has something to do with having one of Whisper's portals close enough.
Something to link them, I guess.
Like a daisy chain.
But Whisper also mentioned something about Sting and... remember, but... just generally, I guess, make sure that he doesn't get hands in your blood.
I mean, that's just a general PSA for everyone.
Well, yeah, I'm more just... I'm not the most caught up on assets, so I'm trying to make sure I'm aware of what the...
Songbird wasn't completely wrong. Shit looks bad right now.
No, but you shouldn't be saying that to everyone.
No. I agree with you. But not incorrect, is my point.
Not incorrect, that's not time.
We are currently trying to turn the tables a bit, but it's about looking for an opportunity.
Right.
The problem is that it's very much stacked against us. They have the firepower, so the matter of not being detected, except they've invested
They have
so much in
government
their...
support, they have more people, they have equipment.
Which, you were talking with Whisper at the time, but I did talk about the fact that, again, so much of it's stacked against us, the only way we're possibly going to succeed in doing this is by being unpredictable, clever, and by utilizing everything we have. Doesn't matter if they have more resources than us, if we can take 5 every time we lose 1. Except, also need to worry about morale, because if we end up losing a person every time we do a mission, people are going to give up before we succeed.
Pretty quickly. Yep. Exactly. Having one person gone isn't exactly great, but it all gives everyone a personal vendetta, personal motivation to succeed.
Really, we need a way. We need a way to throw the entire building into confusion. The only way to properly get them to not be able to utilize the resources is to have all the resources fighting themselves. Or have them have the complete lack of information in order to use any of them properly. It'd be a matter of throwing their camera systems into array so they can lose awareness, getting rid of all their radio systems so they can't relay information, and then it would be, instead of a unified group.
As a lot of people heard, apparently trying to hack into their systems. Obviously, we're gonna have to wait till after whatever third party and you and Whisper went to go fuck up the building with. Thinking to cool down after that. But afterwards, a lot of hackers, and at least I have a Farron on my team, and a robot. I think what might be a good idea, we get someone in, a log of their security systems, something like that. Just get a download something from what we can. Once we get that, we have a better idea of their network and their own abilities. And then I propose a small team of nimble and quick people, and all of the hackers basically simultaneously fuck up the system. I know they have automated weapon systems in time and mass from the last time they went there, so enable those, short to the cameras, fuck with the radios, I don't know, but just throw everything into chaos. So that even if they notice a small team of Vitali members infiltrating the building, less likely to actually mount a coordinated resistance.
It had to be... I think we can separate it into 2 different operations. If the first one could at least get us a back door, that's something we can then synchronize for the second actual assault.
Of course, that's why I'm saying 2 different things. Get the 4 plans first, wait a bit, then do that. I'll get the... There is also the thing of we at least have Songbird, and if she's useful for anything, she still is an Atlas demigod. Meaning she does still have an EMP screech.
That is useful. Depends on the range we could get it. But if we ever needed to suddenly blink out like a hallway...
But it's an idea. And obviously if we have a bunch of different people in their systems through different access points, physically they're going to be scary, hopefully trying to deal with the automated weapon systems. And cyberly, they're probably going to be scrambling to resecure their system from a bunch of different attack points, which should hopefully give enough time to have people get in the building and at minimum get useful information or damage critical facilities, if not get our people.
Ultimately, I agree that we should be focusing on getting our people out rather than a full-on assault. There's potential that we might be able to do 2 at once, depending on how the fight progresses. If we're able to get this in and out without a full fight progressing, which I doubt, Could potentially try and go for 2 for 1. See about taking out any of their leadership, any of their heads. Something that would make progressing anything they're doing far, far harder. Because they would need someone to pick up the slack. But I can also see that overall priority is getting any of our people back. Because anything we want to do after that will be easier. However, if we succeed in this, anyone who is gotten after will be in a far worse situation, because with the funds they have, the resources they have, every time we succeed, they're going to make it harder.
They'll learn from their previous mistakes. We'll have to figure it out. But, at the very least, I will probably talk with Whisper, Songbird, and Captivator about organizing something and at least offering Semicor to help out, at least on the more technical side.
Especially if you could give us something that could actually be used to create a backdoor.
I can ask Ace about it. He's the Baron who made diners. He can probably touch up something.
I can start working on an idea of an actual infiltration.
That'd be appreciated. Of course, if anyone has any better ideas than me, I'd be happy to hear it, but my usual thought process is how can we infiltrate the place?
Yeah. A lot of these teams aren't built for infiltration. They're mostly done for get a bounty. Bring them in.
As far as I've heard, they're mostly new teams, comprised of a lot of new vitality. So.
I would say among them I probably have some of the most experience of actual infiltration, but that's only from the bare amounts of scouting.
Yeah, and well, you're one of the longer people who have been here.
Been here for a while. I've done a lot of things.
I know. Well, I'll at least talk with Sack about something. I'm gonna head back.
I think as long as that can be produced, we can handle an infiltration.
Yeah, I'll ask Glimmer about it when they're back later tonight or tomorrow.
But not uncommon.
What are we talking about now?
Jeremoth.
Eric wants you in the lucid room.
Alright.
Bye-bye.
See you in a bit.
I was like, what, 9?
Alright, what's the topic?
Hey,
Heard you wanted to talk to me.
Yeah.
From you, sounds like I got here at a great time.
He was talking about how sometimes he could count down and then something would happen, and then he counted down and he walked in.
Oh.
Yeah. So I figured I'd just let you know. I had a talk with Malusi.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. TLDR, I figured because you said that you knew where Viola was, I figured you were looking into it. I was already asking for guidance about Firefist because I like the guy, and I wanted to see if I could get anything through it. And she was like, I can offer, like, you know, some guidance to people if you want, so I extended it out to you two and Viola because I figured you were off looking for her.
Oh, well.
Figured it could help a little bit.
That works.
I just figured you'd like to know.
Took me by surprise the first time I went to sleep. But
yeah. I didn't expect her to be like, is there anyone else? I was like, fuck, I guess. Like, so, I don't know. I'm having Gizmo grab a few of the other, tech literate individuals. We're gonna put together a little side group chat just for ease of communication whenever we do eventually move on mass. It's gonna be helpful if we can get me into a server room, because once I get an access for them, they can comb through all that fucking data and try to get something useful for us. But that should be our goal when we actually are able to.
That actually works. We were talking about what the plan is potentially for this two-step operation, basically.
Yeah.
One of which is going to be an infiltration in order to get access to the server rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Because we want to try and install a backdoor. Not to be used then and there.
No.
But so it can be synchronized with an actual assault.
Yeah.
The only way that we're going to get any sort of win against something that's so much larger than us and so much more organized, has so many more resources, firepower, everything, is to turn it on itself and use its size against it. If we can kill the camera systems, if we can kill the radio systems, if we can kill any form of communication, they're no longer an actual organization. They're a bunch of different wings stapled onto each other. So, currently, need to focus on actually creating that backdoor. Since if it's found or discovered, the entire operation goes to shit, because we won't be able to really verify it. Or every single time we actually try to verify it, it's going to be a risk.
Sort of. It's not as much as you'd think. Realistically, a lot of practical usage of hacking is not as flashy alarms blaring as it is in the movies. It's surprisingly quiet. It can be done in, on the surface level for a single person or into a server. Those things have so many goddamn things that are plugged in by different technicians, whatever, to make things work. A single USB is all we need. Because once that's in, we can get a keylogger, we can get a remote access, we can get a backdoor in. And then once that backdoor's in, it's spread across their internal servers. It's messy at that point for them to even find. So if we can just get there, give me 5 minutes once we get to the server room, we should be golden. Then it's getting out, which is the harder part. But if it's a building as big as that with systems as deep as they go, the amount of people they need to keep track of, the amount of data and research, that's going to be a big server room. That's probably going to be half of an entire floor.
Which, it goes back to the actual problem of getting someone to the server room without knowing where it is in the first place.
Something like that would need a very specific group. We'd need, well, one, I need to be there to actually get in once we get up there. We need someone that can move quickly or distract. We need people that can either quick and silently kill or incapacitate, because mine is all loud is the problem.
You need a distraction.
Yeah, we'll need a distraction for sure. But all of us need to be fast, whoever it is. Once we get in, we can get through security, figure out a floor plan, figure out where it could be, go there as quick as possible, get in. That's the main steps of that operation.
But it will be dangerous. Now, again, this is a long shot, but usually break in their security, they would send everybody there at once. And if there's somebody that they're looking for, they would send everybody immediately. Right?
So breaking someone out, divert their attention.
With the intention of never actually succeeding in getting them out.
At least, I have a general idea of somebody that they might be looking for.
So, I know you probably had a different thought. My first thought of a great distraction would be utilizing the move group.
The move group?
I would count them as people they are most likely looking for. Especially after what was done last time. It would take some convincing.
If what Monarch said is to be believed, I don't know if we could even convince them for that.
They'd be some of the best
At least not
targets,
Midas.
is what I mean.
That is
The
true.
fact that they previously
No, you're right.
succeeded before would be enough of a threat that they'd probably respond in force just to make sure it never happens again.
Yeah.
But also, because of that sheer fact, incredibly risky for the move group.
Yeah. Yeah, we probably need two different sides to it. We definitely need a distraction in any way, shape, or form that we can get.
If you are able to properly get into the server room and fill this out, what will that grant you?
If I can probably whip up something with Gizmo, and we can get it to transfer to a cloud server, something of that sort, so that it's hard to trace. Put it on a VM, and once we're there, I just need to put in the whatever USB rubber ducky, whatever you want to call it. It's just getting access to it. Because, I mean, they have to have some form of Wi-Fi to connect through all their systems, so...
Would you be able to access all their cameras through that?
Realistically, that would probably route through to security. That would probably be our first step, actually, would be getting a remote session, or a local remote session, specifically, which would probably be tied to my phone, that... as we're going through, we can probably disable cameras as we get there. But that wouldn't be a permanent thing. That's linked hard to my device because of the stuff I've set up. But once we get up to the server room, it could probably grant temporary access as long as they're...
Could you kill it? Could you kill their camera system?
Would not be a good idea.
The idea is that basically after we get a backdoor, the entire setup for all of this is to basically be able to throw the entire building into complete unorganized chaos if we want to actually get these people out. Because there's no way we're going to do this without being detected.
Would be to... if I can get a backdoor into it, then I can set up something probably with Gizmo and strings, and once we actually get a handle on their systems, we can start, gathering leftover footage, things of that nature, where there's idle, there's no one in the cameras, use that as looped footage and overplay it when we are covering areas until we're out of it, then it reverts back to normal so that it seems like nothing's out of place. Or we can also use, if they've had incidents caught on camera that they still have saved in their servers, we might be able to replay that, use it as a distractions to divert security.
You won't need it. I can use illusion magic, and I memorize what
I was going to say something, actually.
look like. I can mimic their
There's
forms
that.
perfectly and make it look like a staged exit.
There, that. You could either do that, or, potentially using illusion magic, make them look like employees. Because I'm assuming if we're doing all this infiltration, at this point you've already got their clothes. You look like employees yourselves, and you would look like a group of employees leaving while we're actually taking our people back.
That was the other thought I had, was actually trying to look into their public database and see what people, if there's employees that are publicly listed, see if there's people within IT, within security, stuff like that, that maybe there's a shred of information that we can get on the internet and steal a key card previously or something like that, to make it easier. It's we definitely need to pick and choose people specifically to make sure that we can actually get in on the day that we decide to do it. And then once we're there, it is hoping on a lot of things going right, because we're attacking a massive company. Partially, yes, but that's more the secondary op. Planning more for two different stages. The first one is actually getting in, getting the information. The second one can be a full-on assault to get them back, or however we want to approach it. That's not my prerogative. That's the cool option, but maybe not the practical one.
I could see another purpose for being able to loop camera footage when we're doing a full-on assault, which is where they can't tell where it's coming from.
Plus, if they have any days on board, they'd be able to tell that I'm using a laser because they wouldn't see anything. But I'm pretty sure if it's on the cameras, they'd still see it because it would look like CGI.
Actually, I was going to ask.
Also aiming to have it in the practical format as well.
There's that, but there's also, what does your illusion magic look like to physical cameras?
It should pass. At least it's how I've been able to walk around outside the pub before.
There's also another idea, which is that we can actually stage it as an infiltration, get them, and then full-on assault to cause enough chaos that a bunch of mass employees running around, even if some of them might look poorly edited or full-on CGI, no one's going to be checking the camera systems for that. They're checking for the people who are attacking.
So,
we know that...
Are we going to be staging a fake assault on them? Or are we trying to get people to cause chaos on the...
These are like two different operations we're talking about.
Yeah, we're kind of just throwing out stuff on the board and seeing what sticks.
Fake assault was potentially an idea to go along with first infiltration to get the back door. Getting the back door is one objective. Once we have the back door, we can actually focus on getting our people back.
My other thought process is, we know that mass does weird shit to people. There's a possibility that there's, people, we already know they're holding people that we have. There could be way more. When we go to find Firefist, Bloodhound, and Wolfsbane, if she's there, I don't know, but, at least Firefist and Bloodhound, we can fucking, prison break is the best words I can come up with. Divert another team to, if we've already got the information of where our people are, we will certainly have information of a lot of other people that are being held there. So
let all of the experiments go.
Two teams. Exactly. We have one team that's focused on our people. It's a way.
That could get us killed.
We have people that are focused specifically on evasion, getting the fuck out in a moment's notice. We have that team divert, go cause the chaos, cause the experiments to get out. Team A gets our people back. And then as soon as that chaos is caused, because security is going to be split in two different directions, it's going to be way easier to get the people that we care about, that are people, it's going to be easy to get them out, and the rest of security is going to be fighting the fucking experiments that are trying to get out.
We also have another way, which is where we can use your marks, Whisper, because we only need to get to them. The actual exit plan can just be a Reeve portal.
Yep.
I suppose so, but they already know what mine looks like. They have a Zotia that can use my portals as well. they can also open up my portals.
Then we do gotcha.
Granted, though,
I don't think Gotcha has marks. So they wouldn't be able to call them.
I don't think they do. But that opens up
Well,
another
we could
possibility, actually.
video
That's
call or something.
a bit of a stretch, but
True.
I think getting a certain individual on our side would probably be a good way to get it. That Zotia himself that has my blood, I do know him personally, at least when I was there.
Thinking about getting an entire actual insider for us?
It would be possible. At least I know he didn't want to do anything that he was doing there. He was the reason I got out in the first place.
Okay. Other than just throwing stuff at the wall, let's focus what the first step should be, which is getting intel of employees that we can track down outside of Mass. See if we can get an ID card, some sort of security clearance. Focus on
Get their
getting
coats,
the
so we can
proper
at least
attire
pass a quick
and-
visual inspection.
Yep. Exactly. Proper attire, get some disguises, focus on finding identification that we can forge. Because I'm pretty sure we have people here that can forge stuff like that. Focus on that first. Everything else we can work out as we start getting there.
We could potentially have somebody raid the houses of the people that we managed to get a tracker on.
That's what I was thinking. And I can talk to Gizmo and Strings, and they can start doing their research on actually getting through that. They're probably going to be the best people for surfing through the internet trying to get that stuff. So
If you manage
we
to
get them to start on it.
The Farron, they've actual research, weren't they?
I
If we
believe
managed to
so.
get their codes, we would be able to get a quick and direct connection to the head of medical research himself.
Okay.
From what I've been told and what I've seen, he doesn't seem to be a direct threat. I imagine he'd be willing to give information if we're able to trick him into thinking that we work for him.
Okay.
I've never seen himself, but I've heard a couple of stories. Regardless, he seems to be the one that likes to talk about things we could possibly get him to spill something. Then there's also the head of rehabilitation, the Zotia. If we can find a way to convince him to work with us, he might be able to give us some insider information. But that's going to be hard.
Let's save that as a Hail Mary, because there's a lot you can gather on the internet nowadays. Let's see if we can get something to stick from those two. I can tell them to start working on it now.
Let's do a
Maybe we'll get
large
something soon.
general sweep. So we can find avenues that we can start to go down.
Okay.
And then we can narrow down exactly what type of information we want to get, what type of infiltration we want to do, what do we want to set up so that we can get in. And as long as we can try and figure out a counter for the Zoltia having access to your blood in the meantime, because even having your marks on just pieces of paper, or having any one of us that has a mark able to go, would be incredibly useful. Because then we just need to find them, open a portal, and everyone filters through, and we succeed. It'd be
I'm
the
gonna go talk
best
to those
possible
dudes, tell them to
exit.
Start getting on it.
Yes,
Right.
that works.
I know with every opportunity we have, there's also something that could potentially go wrong. Then again, that's just how Mass is as a whole.
So, I have a backup plan to that as well.
Do you?
Something just in case the infiltration plan fails. As much work as everyone needs to put into actually getting identification and getting in and infiltrating, I can also, as long as we get me close enough to touch, publisher.
Right.
It'd be a lot easier to get the USB if it was someone who was verified there. as identification, as a job. Works there.
The head of information herself is a Diru holder. That's all I know though.
There is one problem that comes with that. Because ideally we need to find someone who isn't protected by their saga. Because
It's going to be hard.
if they aren't protected by their saga, I can impersonate them. 1-to-1. I can have access to their entire life. But with their saga, at least from what I saw before, I could still make changes. But I couldn't access anything since before I got there.
Right.
Couldn't read anything. Which makes that far more difficult. But
Just wish all of it hadn't changed so much.
while that's incredibly difficult, it would also be incredibly useful. Having someone on the inside there, which would actually just be me, it wouldn't be too out of the question, especially if they're in the information department, to just walk into the server room. If I had a backup of the back door, especially during the chaos of all of it, would not be too difficult to go in after them should it fail.
Right.
And if it doesn't fail, then it never needs to be used. The problem is ultimately the impersonation, because we need to find someone that isn't protected, but also has access.
Or you can find a way to break that connection somehow, but I don't know if you'd be able to overpower it.
There's also, I think, and this is just a theory of mine, is that I think if I were to break that connection, I think they would be notified.
I don't know. Either that or she'd be able to find out.
Possibly. Which then brings up there is potentially a new path, a new avenue. Finding and kidnapping the saga.
Okay. How do you suggest we do that then?
Not fully sure how to do that. I know their full name. It's a matter of finding out whether or not they have a life outside of Mass. If they do, this is possible. If they don't, it goes back to the original issue. Dana Brady.
You lied to me, right?
No.
You're... You're fucking lying to me, right? You're lying. You have... Dinah Brady, that's her name, you said that, right?
Yes, it is. Luckily, she had a name tag when I met her.
That has to be a coincidence. What did she look like?
Thin. Pale.
Uh-huh.
give you the memory. That's what you look like.
No, they. No, that's not.
I talked to them.
Mm-hmm. Give them
They'll be on it. Yeah, it's all good. Oh, yeah.
And this is Gizmo and Strings.
Gizmo. Yeah, so Strings is going to be more on the ground, going to like local bars around Mass, things of that nature, seeing if he can actually
Take a moment.
gather information the old-fashioned way. Apparently, someone had told me that Strings was more tech literate. Apparently he's not, so he's just going to work on general information gathering, but he is good at that, so that's fine.
That works.
Hey.
Not a great time, but...
But yeah, Gizmo's gonna start on that means. See if we can narrow something down.
That works. You also know you can work with him and his team as well, and help you to develop some of it.
I was just talking with him.
Perfect.
Yeah. I was gonna talk to, what'd you say their name was? Diner?
Diner.
Yeah, so I'm gonna talk to them as well, when I get the opportunity to. See if I can figure something out there.
Yeah, just give them a moment.
Lovely's alive!
What? What? What?
It's a good and some bad.
Well, I'm gonna run home for...
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna get some shit ready, because I have a trip soon for a day or two.
Something fun?
Going to check out a weird temple in Ireland for Malusi, so...
Huh.
Yeah, that was the kind of
They have him in Mass?
what I have to do for her, because she helped me out. Quid pro quo type deal.
Fair enough. What you want you to do?
Just go get a scroll for her from a temple in Ireland.
Huh.
She's just been too busy to go and get it herself, so...
Hopefully you don't run into anything too difficult.
I mean, you know me.
Yeah.
I'll be fine.
Yeah, I know you. Yep. Good luck.
Alright, I'll talk to you later.
Talk to you in a bit.
No, fuck. Fuck, it makes so much sense. What do they fucking have, Oh, fuck.
How do we even hear about this?
I managed to find out the name of someone in Mass.
Fuck, I thought
Wasn't quite sure. Wasn't quite sure about their abilities, but right.
They got lovely.
Hadn't been thinking about it.
I mean,
wouldn't say I forgot, because I can't forget, but,
alive.
you know, I didn't...
We thought
At
they
least
were
wasn't on my
dead.
mind that, yeah, you know them. Whoopsie.
I need the moment.
Orson. Fuck, did not expect me hearing this. Back. Oh, fucking hell. Please.
Just something the room does.
Yeah,
There
I
you go.
know.
Want me to skedaddle and give you two a moment?
No, you don't need it.
Alright.
I never told you about Lovely before, did I?
No, you haven't.
She was the saga that was on Lucid before it disbanded years ago.
Huh.
Look, she... I remember the other group was hosted. I wasn't always the captain. Before... 2003? The captain was... Lockjaw, the Orion. It was him. It was... me. Another Orion by the name of Poodle. It was her. And it was... Dodger. It's on a move group. That was our group back then. It disbanded due to an incident that resulted in Lovely being absolutely destroyed, like eaten alive. And it ended up being the incident that also got the both of us there. How? In God's fucking name did they build her back from that?
I don't know. From what I heard, everyone thought there wasn't any chance she would have survived. Everyone thought she was dead.
How do I explain how I know this to you?
Those are practically ripped her in half.
I don't...
You told me this entire time. She's been alive?
I
Oh, that
mean,
lowers
I
the
guess if
chances
she's
of
been
her
in
having
mass,
a
it makes
life
sense
outside
none of us have
mass.
heard, but...
Hard to access.
Right. Maybe they were keeping her separate from you?
I don't know. I don't know anymore. Fuck. I should have remembered her. I'm sorry. I don't know how to handle any of this right now.
You're fine, Lisa.
Yeah, you're fine. It's a touchy subject.
I need to sit down fully.
Suppose killing her is going to be off the table. That makes this a little bit more difficult.
I mean, I'm glad she's alive.
It has to be her. It looked exactly like her. Freckles and everything.
More saying, are we glad she's alive or not? If she's still in
That
the
gives
lab.
off the hearing her name excuse.
Not exactly a place I want.
Fucking hell. This just got a lot more complicated than I imagined it to be. I might need to take a moment.
Take all the time you need.
That answers, and it gives us far more questions. I've heard of ex-Mice members, but ex-Vitali members? You don't think our memories were fucked with, do you?
I mean, it's possible.
I might have done
I
something.
mean, in what
to
context did we
already
see her?
got
In what context was she a mask? Was she there as an experiment or there for work?
Worker.
What? Worker?
Worker.
Okay. How the fuck? Is it possible she... Whisper?
Yeah.
Bear with me for a second here. You think it's possible that her death was illusioned and set up to capture you?
I watched her getting eaten alive.
How is she alive? How is she alive and why is she working with masks now? I know, I'm not saying you have the answers, I'm saying it out loud. Also, please be careful on your phone. Get November if I need you.
I mean, the solution's most likely actually get her.
I genuinely don't know.
It doesn't make sense. The only way I could even see her being alive after that, assuming it was real, is time resurrection. But not exactly a lot of guy. That.
I don't think they'd have any in mass, would they?
I don't think so.
Should I do something about this?
I think we should get more info before telling the rest of the captain.
Did Midas know about this?
Presumably not.
I need to take a minute to decompress on my own.
You know they were right.
What?
Shannon, you know me. You need it.
I'll be fine.
I believe you. I'm just letting you know. You need anything.
Midas has to fucking know about this. He has to fucking know about this. It's been defending Vulture ever since it fucking happened. I'll kill him. I'll fucking kill him. I swear. I swear to fucking God. Okay.
Take all the time you need. We can lock off the lucid room.
How did this information get found?
Right. I did a previous infiltration of mass. I've done it before. During there, I encountered her. Overall, the infiltration wasn't truly fruitful, but that was a distinct part of it.
Okay then. I expect something to keep in mind. If we get more info about it, we should before telling any other captains. You know how Whisper's reacting. I'm not entirely sure the others take it. Well, get much.
Probably not
Actually,
much
you're
better.
after working now.
Not exactly sure everything they have at their disposal, but being able to turn someone traitor isn't out of the question. Especially if they're their one lease to life.
Yeah.
Depending on whether or not that even actually happened.
Of course. That's why. What was it, Nightshade?
Yeah.
You need any help? just looking around. Arrow's not being kind on you. I think I heard you say looking.
Well, if you weren't too bored. I had to deal with some unpleasant information. Hey, Sisyphus. Lucid room locked. But I said lucid room locked. What else do you do?
Oh no, I was just asking, like, do I need to go? Are you having private conversation?
No,
I mean, technically you're
no.
in the middle of public, but
It's not a
I
private
just can't
conversation.
find anybody else, and you're in a corner, so.
Nightshade was just looking around,
That's fair.
answering questions. But
Why is... I'm not even surprised.
is that your drink?
Yeah, there you go. Okay, cool.
Suppose anything interesting happened with you?
Not really. Went on a walk. Came back. Still feel like I need to do something, but I have nothing to do. So. I was gonna ask Aerith the Spar, but she already stepped out, so. And then everybody
Currently,
else
she's preparing for moving forward. We're planning to do another probable. Well, we're currently setting up the bare bones of an actual infiltration.
That's fair.
But currently, they're all up in arms because of the last, I guess, infiltration attempt that was done.
Yeah. Might honestly just put out a message into the group chat asking for a blood drive. Just one so we have blood prepared and, yeah.
Could probably be useful. Actually, that'd probably be incredibly useful.
Yeah, I don't remember when the last time November did one was.
Plus, we do need to get you just more access.
Yeah.
Considering especially what we're going up against, you're probably going to want more versatility.
Yeah. Like, I can do a lot at times, but there's still some spots where I get stuck, so.
How do you actually keep the blood on you?
I just have, like, small vials.
Do you have,
Of course,
like,
not enough where I know
ways
it's,
to
like,
keep them from breaking? From, like, actually
5-10
fighting?
minutes. Yes, no. They're, like, special, like, ordered vials. They're pretty reinforced, but they're still, like, fragile enough where enough force will still break it.
Yeah, I could see excuse me, but I could see you having something along the lines of, like, a belt.
Oh, yeah.
With easy dispensing, just covers for vials.
Yeah, that wouldn't be.
You had, like, metal containers here, and you just knew where you put all your vials. You could just flick one out.
Yeah.
Probably
I
the
also thought
best.
about trying to find a way to condense it down into like a pill or something. Makes it quicker. But
Does it
that
need to be
one comes...
liquid? Or does it need to be the components
No,
inside blood?
It just needs to be the components inside. So it's a matter of if I can somehow get the GE condensed enough to still give the amount of time while being in the small form of like a pill. It's something I'd probably have to work with like some of the medics on. I'm so sorry, this probably sounds so weird to you. Fair enough.
He's more familiar with this than you may think.
Yeah. Family relations make sense.
Wolfsbane's sister, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty similar from what I've seen so far. I'd say one thing you can definitely go look for is Songbird might know a thing or two about trying to condense it and purify it, filter it.
I know she helped Elias
I know a
before
couple
with
of
putting
things.
it into like chocolates, and that had a decent uptime for how small they were. So maybe.
I have a couple chemist friends that I can go talk to. I'm certain I can probably get you some information about turning components from liquid into like some crumbling pill.
Yeah.
Something that you can just easily chomp on and swallow.
Yeah.
So.
Better than the like taking the time to drink it or the occasional eating glass.
There's that.
Yeah.
Plus, if you could get it into pills, we could figure out an idea of how long you could get out of each pill, and then you could kit yourself out with a bunch of different pills.
Yeah. Some certain amount of time, some longer, some shorter.
See if you can get some
There's
that are
plenty of
highly
times where I just have to
concentrated,
take a
lowly
tiny sip
concentrated.
just to get the general effect and then move on.
That works. I'd say
That's something to work on.
something along this week, I'll start looking into the feasibility. I know we have the equipment, but I'll start looking into the feasibility about whether or not it can be really be done. You can work on the blood drive and getting something ready. I can look into
I can talk to him.
play around.
She's not helping me out, so.
We have some like extra common blood that you don't have as much use in. We can use that as the first test to see about turning it into a pill.
Not a bad call. I doubt anybody like Vulture would complain either as well. Lets the other Zoltias get a little bit more.
Well, I mean, if it works for you, it'll work for every Zoltia, and
Exactly.
it'll make Zoltias just all across Fatali just more useful if we just had easy pills of most GEs just ready.
Yeah.
Probably labeled, or if they have their mastery, what they're...
Because the all yours matters, yeah.
And the all yours. I could see this being feasible. I'll look into the process and see if I can help set it up with Songbird this week.
Yeah. You'll see me talk in November at some point, so we'll figure it out.
That works. Just gonna need, once we get the actual idea of it done, we'll need some blood to test on. And see what happens when you ingest it.
Yeah, I could get something set to the side.
That works.
We're just kind of here, though. There's no one else really around, at least.
Really?
On the third or first floor, so I didn't check the basement. There might be people sparring.
Might as well go explore a bit.
Yeah.
See if there's anyone around. Plus, been showing Nightshade more around things.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hey, Sisyphus.
Wow.
How's it going?
I'm looking for people,
lied
and
to
then
me.
I come down here and immediately 3 captains. I'm just wrong.
Literally everybody right now is dead in a ditch somewhere.
Yeah, I
Not my
ran
fault.
through all of here, all of the 3rd floor, and only found
I'm gonna
those
tell you
2
this now.
on the 9th
As
floor.
far as I'm aware, we're the only people actively walking around in the building.
No.
Well, and
No, yeah, well, she was with us. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
That's what
she
I meant
was
by
she was
those
with
two.
us up there.
That makes sense.
Nightshade?
Yeah.
as far as I'm aware, they're the
Y'all
only
just get
people
out of a
actively
captain's
walking
meeting or
around in the
something?
I mean, I just
2
like
new
the
people
fact
for
that
you.
he's in his office.
That's fair.
Zachary?
Sorry, who
Things
is
happen.
Wolfsbane's sister.
Oh.
Think of this as a change of living situation, so they're going to be here for a couple days.
Finally tried Melusi blood? I get it now.
Don't think the plan is to stay here permanently,
I hate how it makes
especially because
my brain work, but like
can't fully work here.
You get used to it after a while, trust me. You'll be able to turn it off whenever you want.
I was
And
okay, yeah, but I was
what
like
happened
really
with
rude
Wolfsbane?
to Zephyr when we were sparring.
So, as far as we know, as far as I know,
You'll probably be able to.
Wolfsbane is now to be added with Fire Fist and Bloodhound as with maths.
If it was sparring, yeah, it was just sparring.
What?
Yeah, that happened. I don't know the full details.
I'm
sorry.
I'm also sparse on the details.
Pause. Time out. Time out. Time out. Time the fuck out. What do you mean Mass is bringing... What happened? Sorry?
As of right now, we've lost 3 to mass.
I've not heard this yet, Zach. I heard about this like first thing I got back.
I've been a little busy all day, but
We
you
knew
said
you
you
had
don't even
stepped down from the role of
Does
working
anyone
on
know exactly
that,
what
but
happened?
were you not informed that it was coming back?
No. I was informed that they were trying to get a new group to do mass missions, which is why I promptly denied it.
Yeah,
First one happened before you denied it. Second two,
the reason
Not so
we were
much.
getting people to gather for it again is because one of us got grabbed on an unrelated mission. So then we tried to take first strike, and during first strike, another person got grabbed, but that one was, we couldn't have done anything even if we wanted to.
So they're just not even fucking trying to hide it anymore, are they?
No, not really.
Actually, can I chat with you for a second?
Yeah, that I was just about to ask if you could.
Perfect. Wanna come with me for a second?
If you want, I can give you more details. I understand if you would rather stay
Oh
out
no.
of it.
Please. I'm surprised that none of my... I'm assuming that this has been like...
So you said you're at least sparse on details. What do you know of what happened to Wolfsbane?
Part of that is just sparse on details open in the public, but you should probably know this. So, when it comes to Wolfsbane, younger sister was inside mass experiment. A lot of personal feelings would go with that. I'm sparse on details specifically of how we got her out. What I think that happened is that there was a trade. I'm not certain in what capacity Wolfsbane's actually with mass. Whether it's experiment willingly working for them. So far, to not kill all of morale. Been treating it more like grab for an experiment. Especially because I don't want to make any confirmations. I don't personally know.
Okay.
I was basically just sent a quick text asking me for a favor to basically give her safe transportation. So, not planning to stay here. No. I'm not like taking care of her. She's going to probably be living in this building for at least a couple days. Sounds like there was some living situation that was already set up. I'm just going to deliver her to it, basically.
So we're just the middleman in that. Okay.
Yeah. And then...
That's a bit nicer, I suppose.
Yeah, we're going to focus on trying... Well, overall plan is to get her back, because it sounds like even... No matter what capacity she's working with them, not fully of her own volition. I can't see any other way that she would have been able to get her sister out with how deep she was in mass. So, yeah. That's the current situation on that.
Okay.
Additionally, she did us one favor. She embedded a tracker into herself before she did it. That much I know. And I can get access to that.
God, that's fucking insane.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure about the situation, but from what I understand, I can't truly fault her for it. If she saw an opportunity, it wasn't going to be very possible.
Wish she would have told someone higher up first before she went through with it.
Don't know how much of an opportunity
Could've
she
caused so
got.
many fucking headaches, but yeah, I suppose it worked out.
But again, that's all I know about the details.
I'm guessing you're already like keeping a close eye out for anything more that you can glean from all of that.
I am. Been trying to see if there's any more information I can get out of it, but she's, as far as I can tell, she's been inside mass as an experiment for the vast majority of her life, and she's not used to just being outside. Also, English isn't her first language.
The thing that's a bit troubling is that since if she was an experiment.
Not like an experiment like you're thinking.
Okay.
They were using her as resources for experiments. She is Dave Mastery.
Okay. That makes more sense.
She wasn't the typical experiment everyone thinks of. It's more that they kept her in one place and constantly took her blood. So yeah.
Well, I'm glad you told me all this. I'm glad someone actually thought to inform someone higher up, but it's besides the point.
Yeah, figured you should know.
Yeah. It goes without saying, continue keeping a close eye on her and anything else that happens with Wolfsbane.
That's the plan.
Anything else about
as far as I know, in probably somewhere to like half a week is when I'm going to complete the actual transfer. I'll see if there's something more I can glean in that time frame.
Okay. This is gonna cause so many fucking headaches, but it could be worse.
Could be worse.
I do really appreciate your discussion in the matter too, not wanting to rile up anyone else. That helps.
Yeah, I think it's one thing to say that someone's been got, and it's another to say that they potentially turncoat.
Yeah.
Which would also technically be untrue, but... But yeah, that pretty much summarizes the information. It won't take more of your time.
Thanks.
Yeah, basically.
They did the same thing to my brother.
His blood and chocolates before for me, so.
Oh, are you talking about the idea?
So, yeah, I mean, yeah. They're medical, so might as well.
Yeah.
They'll be involved.
They proposed the idea. I'm gonna potentially be setting up the equipment and looking at how possible this all is.
Yeah.
Which it sounds like it should be possible. And if it can be done, keep up a constant supply. Could basically make all the Zoltias that Vitalia has. Could really benefit all of them.
Some extra hours on base for some of us, but
November will probably have to be more aggressive about the blood drive, but
yeah.
I guess, what did I miss in that conversation?
I basically just explained everything that I knew. I couldn't fully explain the Wolfsbane one because you also didn't really elaborate much on that. You just said you kind of knew and then left it at that.
Yeah, I'm also lacking a bunch of details on that.
Yeah, okay, yeah. But I explained Firefist, I explained Bloodhound, I explained that they just kind of did it out of nowhere, that you confirmed that it wasn't Whisper with Bloodhound, that it's probably the Zoltia, just sort of all the bullet points that we've collected on all of it. Brought up that we knew the building, but that building recently had one of its floors demolished, so we'll see how that goes.
I'd say it's probably going to take at least 3 to 4 weeks for them to calm down. It's an angry hornet nest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was,
That's to be expected. You try to poke at the nest, and it's gonna...
Well, okay. It was one thing for the poke. It was another for, like, the full-scale demolish hole.
Oh, yeah. The news just said it was relatively quiet outside until one of the floors basically blew up.
Yeah. Probably will end up being blamed on a gas line than anything else.
Yeah, probably.
At least publicly. Internally, they're probably going to be full up in arms.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a moment.
Yeah, I mean, you're good. They're just talking.
You need people stealthy there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess, how's this going, or is this a conversation where I should turn my happy ass around?
No, you're fine.
It's fine.
They're more just processing what I said and trying to figure shit out.
Ah. About the overall plan, the losses, current situation, outlook?
And...
Ah.
I'm more fucking amazed that I hadn't found out about this until, like, right now.
Trying to play chess, we can't sacrifice pieces as much as it would make things...
It became only really active conversation, I'd say, about 2, maybe 3 weeks ago. It's been ramping up every week because it's kind of our sole focus.
Oh my fucking god.
So, it may have happened a while ago, but people only really started talking about it within last month.
What are the proficiencies of the people that you're sending out there?
Proficiencies in what exactly?
Stealth, combat, information gathering, support, healing.
You know, if you cared so much about the mass missions, you could still volunteer to go on them.
Sure. I just don't want to bring my fucking team there.
Well, by all means, yeah. We can get you put on the company list if you want.
I'd say overall in the teams.
All I could fucking do is, like... Sure, you know what? Fuck it. I'll... Vote me in. I don't...
I mean, you weren't roped in initially because you were so
I know.
vehemently against being put on the mass missions. That's just... It was purely on your request.
Also, as for the no team bit, person by person. They get to decide whether or not they can join or not.
That's good, at least. They know the risks of that bullshit, though, right? You're not just telling
Yeah.
people to join randomly without knowing what the fucking weight of going on a mass mission is.
No, I'd say actually they're probably still some of the most well-informed.
Yeah.
At least for your team. As for all the teams that were currently brought in to pick up the slack, all of us were very much informed about what mass is about.
Just don't make the same mistakes that the move group did. When we went on those fucking missions, we barely knew anything about that place. That was our first time going there ever. We had nothing to go off of. We had no help whatsoever.
Information gathering is actually what we're trying to do right now.
That's perfect. You gotta
Especially,
be careful of that shit.
especially
We only had
because
one
they've
scout.
learned from you.
Silver lining, I guess.
For every single assault or attack you did that was successful, they've built up over time, they've improved, and they've rebuilt. And then worse, they learned.
Bit of a headache, but...
Right.
So, with every further success we have, it's only going to get more difficult from there if they can figure out where they went wrong or how we did it.
How are you two doing? How's
Okay.
Ford, I guess? How's everyone?
So,
Everyone's good?
what's your main idea right now? For
Main idea? Main idea is currently that we need both infiltration and information, which are probably going to coincide at the same time.
information is
need-
almost definitely going to be your most important asset for this.
That right now is why it's the focus. We can't plan or do anything if we don't really know anything. Sure, we can assault the front doors and we'll lose. Since it
Assaulting
sounds
it?
like
Don't work.
I'm uncertain about
You
how
need to
it
have
went.
it from all ends.
I'm uncertain about how it went for yours in some of the details, but from what I'm aware of, the experiments are all in play as well.
In terms of when we went there for the first time, again, we were uninformed. We fucking stormed the place. Ended up getting civilians hurt by accident. Ended up causing a whole fucking ruckus. We scrapped that. Monarch ended up getting a lead, got us inside of the building somehow, got the security. Ended up getting Monarch and I fucking kidnapped. We only ended up escaping through the skin of our teeth because that Zoltia fuck let us live because he tripped once. That was wonderful.
became head of police, so
I learned what the Zoltia Mastery was that day.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting one.
There's a bit of Tony history. He was the head of the police for a time.
he is still head of police, tell them.
We ended up essentially just being tasked with killing the CEO. None of it was just rescuing anybody. The boss essentially just told us, I don't care what happens to that building, you need to get rid of the CEO as your first and top priority. Save as many people as you can, but above all else, you need him dead. Because we'd figured out that he was the cause behind all of it. He was the one running the experiments, he was the one getting everything set up, and he was the one compiling all the evidence and everything. All the information, that was all him. Dr. Ziegler.
You
and
guys were under the impression that if you got rid of the CEO, it would stop because he was the only one.
Stop.
Problem is, he wasn't. He had enough people under him. Yes, there may be people that don't believe it. I think they're actually outweighed by the people that don't care, and combined with the people who very much supported it, or who just want to continue on. As far as we know, once they rebuilt, I think they went back into full production.
Doesn't seem like it.
From when we were there,
From when
I know
heard,
a guy.
it sounded
I know a
like
guy or
they had
two.
some sort of plan to do
Almost
something
50 to 60, fucking 70 to 80% of the people that work there have no fucking idea what's going on with that. They were helping us when it happened.
Have to ask around for details.
Fuck.
I don't know if people just forget to like tell their bosses. What
I hear stories about it all the fucking time. My brother fucking works there.
Mhm.
As far as I'm aware, Zach, they
All
had
of that
no,
shit
like, concrete
was
action
news to
plan
him
until,
by the
I
time that
got
we
here
went on that
and
mission.
put them in the shape.
That was his first time hearing about any of it.
Went over everything again to catch him up, and then it
Apparently they get told that Vitali members or dangerous, they get essentially given like,
It's a little bit nice.
what's the word? Propaganda.
I just feel like I always
They
were
get
dangerous.
primed, for in case they ever meet you guys, to treat you as dangerous criminals.
Essentially, yeah. Because in the eyes of them, that's what we are. We're not law enforcement. We're murderers. Kidnappers.
Well, I think I wasn't gonna catch you up today. I was gonna go bother you.
They label us as the type of people that we go after. So obviously, if that's what they think, they're gonna fucking hate us.
You can just open it, not keep it locked.
The issue is,
Kick it down, that'd be really fun, actually.
it's a public hospital. There's so many people there that are completely unaffiliated, or work there and are completely unaffiliated.
Mm-hmm.
No, kick it down.
But the issue is, the people that are affiliated with the shit that we were even trying to do,
So hard that the knob hits
they
the
move.
wall that it's
Sometimes they're not even there. Sometimes they're remote. Sometimes they're in a hidden place. When we got into the place where all the experiments were, we had no fucking idea how to get out there. The only way we managed to get up, I don't fucking remember. I was passed out. Monarch said there was an elevator. That's it. That's all I fucking remember. They might have changed it by now, for all I know.
The Jeremiah that kept causing that isn't here anymore.
Where's Billy Joel? Is he still here?
It was like,
haven't heard from him in a while, but I imagine he's still around somewhere.
I don't want to remember any of it, frankly. It didn't. It really proved that I wasn't really fit as a captain for them at the time. But we managed to get through honestly by Monarch. They kind of saved their fucking life back there. Ever since then, I pledged that we would never go on those missions ever again, because
You just see it falling.
I wanted my team to live another day, and I knew that if we went on those missions again, we would not get out alive. There are a lot of people in this place that are far more cut out for them. Granted, they're all very powerful. I'd risk my life for all of them. They are insane. But you need a certain skill set when you're going in that place. You need to know everything. You need to be primed. You need to have the right combination of godly essences.
Don't throw me across the room again.
I'm not gonna.
Hell,
It needs to be prepared specifically for the mission we want to run, and then getting out of there.
you need to specifically curate every single person on your team so that they can be useful. Having even a single person that doesn't do the job right, that is a liability that can get you killed.
If you need anything,
Vulture, for example.
I'm not settling in for
He was...
15 minutes, so I mean,
He's a bruiser. He's a very heavy hitter. not good for the mission. We needed to be quiet. We needed to be soft and quick. He can't do that. That's his one downside. Whilst I've been able to see him fling people across this fucking room, you can't do that when it's a tiny hallway. When there's cameras watching. Granted, I was perfect for it. I could stop time. I could do all that shit. But they also have arrows there that are able to see through that. Because at least whenever an arrow stops time, if you're in their vicinity, sometimes the arrows themselves can actually tell. And walk inside of it as well.
They've specifically also built up generally to have counters to the vast majority of any essence that attacks them. Which is only natural. I did the same.
If you spend your entire job working with the different essences, you'd know what their weaknesses are. They'd be able to read all of us like a fucking book by this point. They have fail-safes for everything.
Which is why the more information we can keep from them, the better.
Exactly. It's a battle of information, mostly. The more they know about us, the more of a leg up they have. Right now, they're hiding shit, so obviously we're not gonna know what the fuck to do. If we send you guys in there, that's like... What's a really specific shitty analogy I can come up with?
Take your time.
That would be like... Yeah, hold on. That would be like sending a group of first graders in to do a college-level math project.
I guess I can see it.
Because, okay, that is actually a fucking horrible analogy, and I should have spent a little more than 3 minutes
You
on
can
that.
have a second go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just do a non-shitty analogy this time.
Yeah, that one.
So imagine... Right.
Uh-huh.
A bird shits on you.
Okay, good start.
No, that's not a good one.
Okay.
Okay. You're trying. You're trying.
Okay. So right, imagine a bird shits on you.
Alright, we're going
You go
with this
outside
one.
and the bird fucking shits on you. Yeah. No, I'm
Okay,
locking in on
you're
this. I'm
doubling down.
prideful. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
no, I'm dying on this hill, right? A bird shits on you.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah.
you know that every single time you walk under that fucking... around that building, that bird is waiting there. Shit at the ready.
Okay.
Happens the next day. You're like, huh, okay, that bird just shit on me. So you learn not to walk under that alleyway.
Okay.
And lo and behold, the bird does not shit on you because the bird was waiting in the other one. We need to be walking in the different alleyways so that Mass
There's
doesn't
a
shit
different
on us.
alleyway? You didn't set that up in the initial prompt?
So imagine a bird shits on you.
Okay.
That doesn't fit.
And you're walking down, there's 2 different alleyways and a bird shits on you in the right one.
There
so
you
you
go.
go down
Yeah.
the left.
Okay.
Peak leadership.
Yeah. Peak.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. Take your time.
that's what I'm here for.
Yeah, I know.
So, imagine a bird shits on you.
Okay.
You walk down the right alleyway and the bird shits on you.
Okay. I thought it was on the left
You
alleyway.
walk down the left alleyway and the bird does not shit on you.
Okay.
So you learn that... So, Mass is the bird shitting on us.
Okay.
We're the people.
Good.
Are you using the same analogy 3 times?
So imagine a bird shits on you.
Okay. We're going for fourths.
He forgot his own. Okay.
I think we need to be like that.
We need to let a bird shit on us?
You restarted just to not finish.
Restart again, take it from the top.
So imagine you're walking down a street, right? And you see 2
Okay.
different alleyways.
Yeah.
Which one do you take?
Now it's the general.
Right alleyway.
Okay, but look.
Actually, wait,
hear me
quick
out.
question.
Yeah.
What do I see down each alleyway?
You see a bird
I'm going home.
on the right alleyway, and you see nothing on the left alleyway.
Oh, that's pretty good. I like birds. We're going the right alleyway.
So the bird shits on you.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna tie this in really smartly, right?
Yeah.
Mass is the bird shitting on you. And
Okay.
we are the alleyway. We are the person walking down the alleyway.
Or the alleyway.
Yeah.
Who's the person?
Trick question.
You know, I didn't think about it from that angle.
Exactly. You gotta, you know, I figured he would've. It's so easy. You gotta just understand it.
Uh-huh. Hey, quick question. Do you remember what you were making? Do you remember when you were making an analogy to?
You know, I really should.
I thought you were going to say you're walking down
actually.
an alleyway.
So imagine we go to Storm Mass.
Okay,
They have more information on us.
that's true.
They know our every move. They know everything about us. They know what time we're going in. They know what teams
Well,
we're
they
bringing.
wouldn't know all that, but yeah.
This is what happened with us. They shit on us.
Okay.
So we do it again. We change up how we act. We change up that. They learn that. They don't shit on us the first time, but then we do it again and they shit on us again.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's almost like that's exactly what I said before about their adapting to every success we have.
They are an adaptive mess.
Thank you.
So imagine Mess shits on you.
I don't want to.
No, you need to be super serious about this.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Imagine if Mass
So,
shits on you.
where do we go from here on? They did, actually. It was very serious.
Okay.
Yeah. So moving this back to the argument I was originally making.
Uh-huh.
It's a battle of information.
Yes, it is.
And regardless of people's skill sets, there's many different things that can come into play. Mass is like a jack of all trades. They're great at everything, master of none. Granted, if we send in an all-rounded team, which is what you guys are doing, it'll get you to last a while, because you have people on every side. Now, usually the thing that goes wrong with that is when there's, let's say, one person that's in charge of doing one thing. They get downed. You can't do that anymore. That's what happened with the move group as well. We only had one scout on our team, and one healer. Our scout was missing. They weren't really able to do a lot of things that we were doing. Our proficiency was in rushdown fighting. So the boss, assuming that we were strong enough to take them on, because we are, we fought a lot of really strong opponents. They put us there. We were really good at fighting off the experiments, the workers, but we weren't good at gaining information. So when we didn't know what was happening, I really wish I didn't run out of resets today.
What'd you use them all for?
So, remember the bird shitting analogy?
Mm-hmm. That you restarted 5 times?
I actually restarted it like 10.
Uh-huh.
But you wouldn't remember any of those because
Yeah.
Dude. I only realized I ran out of resets after I clapped and nothing worked. Yeah. So, there's the issue. I think you guys will be okay. You just need to put a high emphasis on gathering information, which is what you're already doing. I'd be willing to help out wherever I can. If you ever need the arrow kit to be used, just call me over. But it has to be at a good time. At least I need to be aware of it happening beforehand. Although, if they do have any other arrow holders, they would be able to see through it and probably work through it.
There is actually probably going to be a really good use for you for one of the later plans. But we're still kind of nebulous about what the actual full plan's gonna be.
Keep it on the radar.
Yeah. I'll keep you in mind as we start developing what we're gonna do.
Right. In terms of your true goal, I'm assuming you're just trying to rescue the people that they took, right?
Currently, main priority, rescue. Yes. Get them
There's
back.
an issue with that.
Several, but what are you thinking about?
I don't think that should be your top priority.
Okay.
Your top priority should be getting rid of whatever the fuck is causing them to be kidnapped in the first place. Because theoretically, what? You've had one person kidnapped like every other week?
I think that averages out to that. Yeah, basically.
You're just gonna be taking more people every single time. They know that you're probably looking to get them back. That's why they're taking people from your group. Because they know that you'll want them back.
In the beginning, not so much. I wouldn't have put much weight or money onto that. But now, at this point, I would say so. That's why the secondary objective is to cut as many heads off the snake as we can.
I think you should reverse those. You should try to take it down and let it crumble from the bottom up. It's like a Jenga tower.
Well, we're going to be planning to try and hit both at once.
That would be good as well.
Because realistically, the way I see this working out, we're going in with the idea of it being a full infiltration, probably try and keep it quiet, get them back.
Those two are oxymorons. You cannot infiltrate something whilst keeping it quiet.
Well, actually you can. That's how most infiltrations go. What I'm saying is that there's no way to truly infiltrate mass quietly. So, that's the goal. What's actually going to happen is that it's going to end up being an assault. From that point, especially if we've already been able to at least infiltrate some part of the way quietly, try and catch them as unprepared as we can, see if we can access and, well, find where all their heads are. Because the problem is, if there's one person willing to pick up the mantle, it's just going to keep going. Unless, one,
I have an assignment for you.
They lose all the important things, and two, they lose their progress.
Question.
Yep, what's your assignment?
Do you know what their motives are?
No, we don't. That's one thing we're trying to figure out, because I don't think they're the same as before.
The motive before, at least from what we've been fucking monologued, is that they are trying to forcibly change the godly essences of people so that they can learn how to change the godly essence of a Dave, to make them able to receive healing from other magical sources. The old CEO at the time was a Dave. He stole from a lot of Kime holders, which is why a majority of the Kime holders are dead. At least that's what we figured out. There could be other reasons, but that's not one that I'm aware of. He put Kime blood inside of himself after formulating a perfect combination of magical essence and non-magical essence, being blood that matched his type. Put it inside of him, turned into a fucking monster. We had to kill him, obviously. But the experiment was a success. He was able to successfully change his GE. Now, if those experiments are still continuing, they're either trying to refine it or they're trying to figure out something else. Because they know
That's
full
what I
well that
think.
they're able to change the GE of somebody, but the last time that we had a successful result of it, he was unrecognizable as a human.
See, that
If
is
they're
also
still
what I
going-
think, is that they're going for not a specific type, but they're just trying to be able to refine their process to be able to change anything into anything they want.
What are the godly essences of what are the godly essences of the people that they've kidnapped?
Currently, Zoltia Orion, Mayo, Dave.
Most of the experiments that they had were Orions, or at least administered Orion. Zoltia is a blood type that is... One of their abilities is that they cannot be affected by anything blood-related.
That one, we still don't know why they actually took them. Some thoughts, but...
For the Mayo?
Speculation.
Mayo is one of the rarest GEs, if not the rarest GE in the world, aside from Kai. They could have just seen a Mayo holder in the wild and took him, because they don't have that blood to experiment with yet.
That one was more coincidence and opportunity, because they couldn't have possibly known that they were going to fight him at that moment, but they had what looked like to be a preset battle plan to basically, as a last resort, kick someone through a portal.
They had space for him.
There was space. He wasn't especially targeted for his GE. He was targeted because he was currently in the middle, he was currently in the process of taking down one of their members, who overpowered him, put him into the portal. We lost contact.
That seems more premeditated than it looks.
They couldn't
The thing
possibly
is-
have known the actual makeup of the team. They didn't even know they were being attacked. I think it was premeditated as a plan in general. I don't think it was premeditated for a Mayo specifically. It's possible that this plan already existed and he was chosen for being a Mayo, but there's also the fact, depends on their ability to recognize it. At the time, they did not have a Reeve.
At the time?
The portal came from elsewhere. There was not an actual mass Reeve on scene.
I only know of one. At least, I know of one person that's able to do something similar.
Hmm.
It's an individual with the Zoltia mastery.
Right. Yeah, we know about him. We've heard plenty.
The thing I don't fucking get is why the fuck he's still working with them.
I've heard about the fact that his, or at least the way he feels about everything doesn't match his actions, but I don't know his motivations.
If he doesn't want to do anything there, and he doesn't agree with it, why is he still working there? Why is he
don't know.
actively putting himself in line of fire from Vitalia members?
My thought would be blackmail. Blackmail, or there is something inside Mass that he wants to protect. Like Dana Brady.
Usually before I have my team combat a problem, combat a source, our main priority is figuring out the motivations behind it. Because if you know why somebody is doing something, you'll know how they set it up indirectly. For example, let's say we're going on a mission and we want to set up a team purely for going around the ocean. We put mostly Stromans on there. But if you're looking at that at face value, you'd have somebody combating a team of Stromans. Why are there Stromans there? Do we know about that? Do they know that that team is going on a mission near the water? If they know that they're going on a mission near the water, then they can meet the Stromans at the water and beat them from the inside out.
Mm-hmm. You'd
I
actually want
think
to
the main
focus on
priority
Stromans
should
and
be
land.
figuring out what Mass is doing with all these individuals. and why they're
That's also part
doing
of the
these things.
infiltration. It's just an open infiltration information gathering.
You're not going to get information if you do it from the outside in. We need to find a way to get from the inside out. If you do an infiltration, that's essentially going to be like banging a locked box, trying to find the key.
You're more in suggestion of getting a hold of someone on the inside.
I have a hold of somebody on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, it's tricky. Because I can't really ask him many questions about things before he gets suspicious about it. But he's always been willing to help me out. Granted,
I wonder if he'll be a good target for
they'll
this.
know that I asked those questions. So we need to be careful about what we ask him, if that is a thing that you'd be willing for me to do for you.
Yeah. No. All information is needed.
What are you trying to figure out the most? Locations? Identities? Or miscellaneous information?
Currently, trying to figure out names, structure, motivation.
I can almost definitely get details on the floor plans of the room. But even that is going to be a stretch. In terms of motivation, he's not really open about what he does. But I know that he's happy doing it. I don't know if he'd be fully affiliated with their cause. At least the one that we're trying to beat. But anything could help. The only issue is, if he lets that slip to anybody, or if somebody's able to figure it out, they now can hold that information against us and swap it all. He can probably, at most, I could find a way to get uniforms for you guys.
Oh, that's definitely going to be needed. Which will definitely make it easier if that's the way we can get it.
Works in medical research. His name is Dr. Yajirushi. Although, I have one request. If I'm going to help you with this, you must promise me one thing. Under no circumstances will you kill him.
Had no intention to.
And consider it a deal. Not only is he a member
I use publisher
that I
on him.
find very, very close, he's a very important asset to Mass as a whole. If he goes missing, they're going to know exactly what happened. But I'll see if I can have a conversation with him.
Give me some time to put together some actual questions.
Alright. If anybody else has any input, though, I'd be glad to hear it. Consider this the extent of my ability to help with you guys outside of my ability. You know, the whole... Now, there's a lot of ways that this can go wrong, I will warn.
Oh, more than there are ways for it to go right.
Consider that a last-ditch effort if you can't find any of the information. At least, as fast as you want it to. Although if you were to ask me personally, I would try to find out their motives. Somehow. But the only way to do that is by asking people who've been there. Who've either worked there, or were experiments there. Because the people inside have probably heard them talk once or twice.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, you can probably put a thing together, here and there. Depending on what happened. I don't know what the fuck they do to them back there. All I know is what the beginning process is. Before they get you. When you get captured, you get locked up, unable to move. They do an exam on you to determine your blood type and your godly essence. They strip everything from you. And they try to get as much information out of you as possible before they do the operation. You're not awake for it. But when you wake up, your blood's gone. If they use you for blood harvesting, they only take a little bit. They take a little bit at a time. If they use you for something else, you're gone. Granted, I don't know if they took my blood or not. They only got me strapped to the table. They got through the examination about halfway, until we were able to storm out of there. But
About how long from capture to examination was it?
less than a day. They take high priority with it. The longer you're there at full capability to do anything, the more of a chance that you have to fight back. The more information that you have on the inside of the building is a detriment. Their top priority was getting rid of me. And Monarch. Because obviously, if you have all of your abilities under your belt, and if you're able to use them properly, the doctors on that part of the area aren't really as well equipped.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, I'd argue that the experiments are stronger than them. It's the security that does everything there. The only reason they've been able to actually get this far is probably because of the fact that they've been using their abilities against them. After all, it's easier to outsmart somebody than to overpower them.
There's also the fact they keep all of them isolated.
Exactly.
They don't need to be stronger than all of them, they just need to be stronger of the one they've brought out at the time. Or find out what motivates them. Control that instead.
Right. That wasn't me. Okay, that was me.
There you go.
That wasn't me. Is what I would say if I was lying.
Yeah.
But still. All of this shit, the whole complexity level of it is another reason as to why I didn't want to go into them anymore.
Yeah, it's a lot of talking before anything can really be done. Because there's only about maybe 4 or 5 ways to do it right.
Granted, I love talking with people, but when there's people's lives on the line, I tend to say things that I regret. Regardless, though. There needs to be a plan that everybody is in the know about. Everybody affiliated. But I'd recommend having at least 1 or 2 other people know about what you're doing that isn't on the actual team that you're doing it on. Because God forbid you get taken away, they don't have that information, they don't know where you are if they can't help you. If you have a communication from the outside, even better. A way to record it? Perfect. You need to practically be able to tell their every move a second before they do it. Because at least from what I've seen, if you manage to get into the experiments area, those are the bitches that you need to worry about. I've never had to fight them ever, but I've only heard stories from other people. I've seen them. They have the strength level equivalent to, like, 4 people at once.
Yeah, they're a hassle.
Granted, apparently the more normalized they get, or the longer they're there. Sorry. I got excited. Apparently the longer they're there, the less powerful they get. The more inhuman they look, the more you need to worry about them. A good example, actually, would be that thing that we saw months ago.
The Dave Killer?
That's what they called it. From what I've heard, from, like, the eyewitness testimonies, whatever the fuck you want to call it, perfect example. It's able to break walls, trash cans, people's spines. That's an important one. But obviously, there's other members here that are... They look no different than a person. Like, a regular person. Something with the eyes, I think. Granted, their strength level is still scaled, but depending on how unstable it is at the time. I don't know if they're using them against anything, but if they ever do get brought up, that's an important thing to note. We weren't able to fight them off. We could only run.
Better to just avoid them in general, but... Well, avoiding the right ones.
I wouldn't argue reasoning with them in the slightest.
Oh.
If they're conscious enough to speak, then you can try to. But if they can't speak, just try to get them pacified. I don't know if killing them would be a good idea. I don't know what the fuck would happen if you killed them. Don't know if you even can.
Matter
there
of
might be a way to
redirecting
calm
them.
them down. Give them a better target. I think it follows a similar pattern to, like, a feral state. At least I know that that's a thing that Embritas can undergo.
It's most likely they're just kept like that.
Held in stasis in that effect until it's managed to get sucked out of them, literally. That's what
Especially because I can easily imagine that they have someone on employee payroll specifically to incite them into a rage.
Oh, it would be easy. I mean, it would be like holding a carrot in front of a pig.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause, right. I imagine if it's like, ooh, I don't fucking know. Ooh, kill Haywire, and then you, like, throw a carrot at them. Like, you're obviously gonna go to the carrot because you're hungry. And then you kill Haywire because, like, Haywire's right there.
Makes sense to me.
I mean, you're, like, right there. I didn't want to use them for the analogy, because, like, you're completely unaffiliated. I wouldn't recommend talking about this anywhere, by the way.
They're fine. They're Wolfsbane's sister.
I thought so. But that's speaking in the far future. Ideally, you won't even be seeing them in the slightest. But you need to overplan it. You need to overplan fucking everything with them. Granted, it's not as complicated as that, like, Dream Realm shit, but it's still enough to consider. I know for a fact that there are a lot of other people here that are knowledgeable on the subject. But granted, the longer we go on, the more they drop like flies. I think your idea would work, from what you told me. But definitely play it careful. You need to be sure that your plan will work before you enact it. And make sure that you know what every single failsafe they have under their sleeve is at that time. You need to be able to prepare for everything, no matter what it is.
But the problem is we don't know all their failsafes.
Exactly. Which is why it's hard. Brandon, I know you already fucking know that. But
Which is why the
figured
first
out
infiltration
one or two
needs to
things.
happen. Which I think in infiltration, that needs to happen along with getting access and an insider.
what time do you imagine doing this?
Not within the near future. Not within the first 2 weeks.
Right. I think there is something going on with them right now that they're still recovering from anyways.
Yes. There was previously something happened, and now there's large enough damage that it's even showing up on the outside of the building. Which means there's going to be reconstruction. Along with the fact that, quite literally, it's been an angry hornet nest that's been kicked. At least 2 to 3 weeks for us to safely plan, because anything done within that time frame would just basically be an instant failure. They'd be on such high alert.
Actually, question. Do you know if Vitali was affiliated with any of what recently happened with Mass?
No, was not.
At all. Even if it's one person. If there is a doubt at all.
There was a doubt. There's a single doubt.
Are you able to
Potentially.
tell that to me? If you want to leave names out, you can.
They were able to recognize a name.
If they recognize the name, if that name has any affiliation to Vitali, they already know that it's Vitali affiliated, and they would have already.
It's the
put their guard
Vitali.
up.
It's the Vitali affiliation that I'm unsure about. However, I have enough doubt that I'd be willing to throw weight into they know it's Vitali.
I'd say, for the sake of Vitali as a whole, assume that they know. Because if you assume that they don't, and they do, you're fucked. Gotta get, like, the Blaz mindset. Gotta have a plan B for fucking everything. Do we even have any Blazes here? We should have, like, 50. Where the fuck are they?
There are some, but either hanging around or different teams.
I think there's one on Glimmer. I don't remember. Regardless, that's unaffiliated. That's unrelated. I think that's honestly the extent of what I can tell you. It's not my job to be the captain for you guys. You already have, what, Whisper?
Yep.
That's more his job. I'm just here to make sure that nobody dies.
I'm here for your experience and your thoughts. That's what the majority of this conversation is.
Figure. I can give the name of maybe one or two other people that have gone to mass missions or have survived it. That could possibly offer a testimony.
Sure.
It's the captain of Scallywag. His name is Kraken. He's on the 9th floor. The door all the way to the left. I think it's the one opposite from Ether. He was in mass himself, so he might know a little thing or two about what they do.
I'll give him a ring.
There's me and all the move group, obviously. We've been into the old layout of the building. We know their old mannerisms, their old motives. Granted, the apple tends not to fall too far from the tree, then we're golden. But if it's not, having an idea of maybe what ballpark they're in could possibly work. I could have sworn there's one other person, but I don't remember their name. Then again, most of the time, that information isn't really something that people want to be public about. For obvious fucking reasons.
It's a touchy subject for a lot of people.
Worst case scenario, ask. Maybe Tony might have a lead of the people that are open about it. At least Guy has records on fucking everyone. November has the medical records. He has, like, the criminal records. All that. I know Captivator has done at least one or two mass missions with his other group. But I think that's also a touchy subject for him. Aside from that, I'll have to get back to you on that later.
That works. I've spent all day talking, so I admit I'm getting a little tired.
I think I'll leave it there then.
That works. Not running at a peak efficiency right now.
That fucking bench is cursed. Regardless, though. What the fuck? Whatever. I'll just knock on the door like 5 times. I'll be able to recognize it's you.
That works.
But if any of my other members ask, just say that you're there for me, and they'll probably know what to do. I'll let them know about it.
Having a good day?
Yeah, it's been alright.
Yeah. That works. I'm not sure a lot of other people are around.
As far as I'm aware, it's just us 3.
Yeah.
And Midas.
Well, guess do you want food?
Yeah, sure.
Nightshade.
Oh, fuck, my feet.
Let's go ahead and get some food. Been a good long day.
They just think it's funny, dude. They'll find it so convenient.
Hold on. What's up?
Something.
What's up?
Mass is fucking bad.
I'm aware. I'm aware mass is bad.
I'm aware. I just thought you should know.
Don't think there's a lot of chatting. So I'm gonna go ahead and end stream. See you guys. Thanks for coming. I'm tired. Night. Night.